Hang on, you guys. Thank you, Jerome. I'm so mad at someone talking to me during this presentation. Like, can y'all hear it now or no? Can you hear it or no? Oh no, what's wrong? Hold on. I'm having some serious difficulty. You can hear it, but I can't play it now. Hold on. I'll go walk. Hold on, y'all. This is the end of it. I really want to watch it with you. Can you hear it now or no? But you can't see it though. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. I'm sorry. But this is the end of it. You can't miss the whole thing. Okay, since I can't hear it, let me just come back. Alright, I don't know. Okay, here I come. So I just ended it. Y'all are really pissing me off with the whole thing. I'm sitting here really. I'm so mad at some of you guys in my comment section and in my inbox because I was gonna curse you guys out a little bit with that commentary. This is a heavy day in America, so now I have to try to do an upload. I wanted you guys to hear Donald Trump, and I'm just really disappointed in some of you right now. Can you guys hear me or no? No? Okay, forget it. I don't care. You can't hear me? Jeez, I don't know why you can't hear me. No. Actually, I want to kick all of you out of my room right now because you guys pissed me off when I was doing that stream. And I have you guys messaging me about other stuff that I don't care about because I was trying to watch the funeral with you guys as Trump was talking. I understand that some of you don't like Donald Trump, but respect me and my conservative views. I'm just sharing with you guys what's happening in America. I didn't make the news. I don't care if you don't like Donald Trump. I don't care if you don't like Charlie Kirk. I'm just playing the damn news. So I don't know if I can. And I don't like to curse y'all out anymore because I'm not on that type of time, but at least be respectful. Be respectful. So something is wrong with my stream even right now. But I'll see you guys later. Cat Daddy, some of you guys were so rude to me. But okay, let me see what's going on. I can watch it by myself. You guys can just hear it like this. Yeah, because I don't come in y'all house telling you guys what to believe and what I like and what I don't like. I just sit there silently and I just listen. That's what Christine did to us. Christine, what you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about right now. I just listen. And if you are that pressed, you can unsubscribe and get out. Like I don't understand. I didn't make what's happening today, but okay, so I think the funeral is over. I mean, so I'm just gonna take off my headpiece and we can listen to a little bit of it. Well, let me. Cat Daddy, what are you talking about? That's what Christine did to you guys. And I'm not trying to be rude to y'all, but it's pretty significant what happened with the funeral. Like, number one, Donald Trump and his whole cabinet was there. They were speaking. But some of you, I can't tell people what to say. There's no censorship over here. You guys are allowed to say and think what you want, but I'm going to say and think what I want too. And we're supposed to have a civilized conversation. With Erica being the CEO of Turning Point of USA now, that's the organization that Charlie Kirk stood for. They didn't silence anything. If anything, Charlie Kirk is now sensationalizing if you don't like right-wing ideologies, is going to be pressed even further, even more, and they're going to use this as an example of free speech. So that's just what it is. I need to unwind, but let me see if I could catch a little bit of what Donald Trump said.
For American freedom.
Let me type this in.
I know I speak for everyone here today when I say that none of us will ever forget Charlie Kirk, and neither now will history.
I don't even know what my screen is like for now. So he said neither now in history because Christine Fortunato blocked her whole chat during the live a few weeks ago. She did? Why? Cat Daddy, why did she do that? She's funny. I get sensitive because I'm sitting over here. It's not about the person. So, well, it is about the person. Number one, rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. Rest in peace to all the people that lost their lives. Cat Daddy, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to laugh. I'm sorry. But rest in peace. Can y'all hear this? I have to listen to it like this.
Reunited with his creator in heaven, his voice on earth will echo through the generations, and his name will live forever in the eternal chronicle of America's greatest patriots. He will live forever. To Charlie's incredible and beautiful widow, Erica, we know the weight of this monumental loss is almost unbearable. But even in the midst of heartache and pain too great.
I'll tell y'all some of the comments that's happening in the chat. So they're saying Charlie Kirk's Turning Point movement is going turbo now. It's going to be bigger than ever. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Yeah, I don't know. There's just a lot.
To even fathom, you have somehow found the strength and deep faith to be a comfort to millions and millions of people. And thank you very much, Erica. Thank you very much. Up in a land where their father is honored and revered as a great American hero. That's what he is.
T, what's so funny? T, look at him. How isn't this touching
and
to you
to
guys?
the entire Kirk family, we know that no words can ever be enough to fill the void he leaves behind.
Yeah.
That's the void that just can't be filled. But I hope the extraordinary outpouring of emotion over these past 11 days has comforted you with the knowledge that your son brought more good and love into this world in his 31 short years than most people, even very, very successful people, can bring in a lifetime. Charlie Kirk. Here today we have the Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cat Daddy. It's not funny.
The U.S. House of Representatives, Mike Johnson.
It's not funny.
We have countless members of the United States Senate, and I'm sorry I'm not going to introduce you, but I'll be up here. They're all over the place. And likewise, the House of Representatives, they're all over this big stadium. This is not an arena, this is a stadium.
You guys do realize that Republicans and Democrats are in the same house. And we're fighting amongst each other when they eat at the same tables. Okay, so I'm not really understanding the division that we put amongst ourselves when these people are in the same room together. The whole house is there. Congress is there. Republicans and Democrats are there. What's good, Snooks?
A great cabinet. And
I tried to share it with you guys, but I had trouble. technical
rafters
difficulties.
of people, not to mention the one across the street that also has tens of thousands of people, and they're watching us on screen right now.
How are you guys
But
not
this
moved
is
by
like
this?
an old-time revival, isn't it? An old-time revival.
Let me turn my lights
For
on.
millions of Americans, especially young people, it is agonizing and unthinkable to say goodbye to a patriot whose heart still had so much to give. It's so much. Raised in the suburbs of Chicago, Charlie was filled with the patriotic spirit from his youth, and he was an all-American in everything he did. And one of the last things he said to me is,
Thank you, Snoops. Me
"Please,
too.
sir,
Me too.
save Chicago. We're going to do that. We're going to save Chicago from horrible crime."
Now, a lot of people like to say that he was trying to make Chicago a military state. Number one, Chicago's not a state, so I don't know how he could do that. But if he's lowering the crime that's happening in these cities, I come from those areas. I really don't understand, but it's not for that. It's another story for another day. Look at the crowd. See how many people showed up? Oh. Oh, you can't see it.
Team and the captain of the basketball team is a good athlete. A lot of people don't know that about Charlie. He was an Eagle Scout who spent his school lunch breaks listening to
What's good,
another
Sonetta?
champion for liberty.
You know, I'm
Somebody that he
touched.
greatly admired, Rush Limbaugh. But what was even more important to Charlie than politics and service was the choice he made in the 5th grade.
Over 100,000
He
Snoops.
called the most
100,000.
important decision of his life to become a Christian and a follower of his Savior, Jesus Christ.
Let me give you guys a little bit of commentary since most of us heard the funeral. So one of the things that Donald Trump brought out in the Charlie Kirk funeral is that Charlie Kirk talked a lot about traditional families, having a dad and a mom in a household being married, traditional families, right? There's two genders, man and a woman, not the 57 that they try to preach or 63. Really not sure. Anyways, that's what Trump's talking about. Senator, I had my problems today, but we'll talk about
Inspired by
it.
faith and his love of freedom, Charlie did something remarkable when he was just 18 years old.
They got mad at
On
MU.
the advice of a mentor who told him to put off going to college because he was doing so well, he devoted his life to converting young people to the conservative cause. How did he do? Take a look. How did he do? In 2012, 2 days after graduating high school, and with just $1,800 in his pocket, the young man from Illinois, who no one had ever heard of, started an organization whose grand ambitions were captured in its name, Turning Point USA. Great name. And I have a feeling it's going to be bigger and better than ever before.
It is.
Does that make sense? It's going to be bigger and better than ever before. Look at what's happening. 12 years ago, Charlie walked onto his first college campus, the very liberal University of Wisconsin in Madison. He set up a card table and put up a sign with 3 words: "Big government sucks." Could you believe that? That's Charlie. That day, Charlie talked to every student.
Hang on, you guys. Right. Charlie Kirk's funerals right now, if you want to. Whatever.
Who approached him, most of whom were probably quite a bit older than he was. Finally, after many hours, he found the first ever Turning Point chapter leader, His first year out of high school, Charlie traveled 300 days raising money and taking his message to campuses all over the country. He lived out of his parents' basement, and they actually loved having him there. They loved Charlie. Everybody loved Charlie. And on the couches of friends and supporters, he lived off couches for 2 years, 3 years, then life started getting a little bit different.
How much did you take?
But he was always the same. For 5 years, he refused to take a paycheck, but
is that what you took?
day after day, he worked from 5 a.m. in the morning till 11 p.m.
I'll go get it. I use my card. Unless you want my card.
His staff remembers that he wore Walmart jeans and T-shirts from the Goodwill store. Remember the Goodwill store? It wasn't easy, but Charlie wasn't in it for money at all. Never has been. Money was never his thing. He was always in it for the mission. As he liked to say even back then, we have a country to save. Just what they did. Call me all the time, sir, we have a country to save. I said, Charlie, thanks very much for telling me that. I appreciate it.
No, there's a reason I'm playing this, and I see y'all comment to my clouds. I'm playing it because it's what was happening today and it's what was said. I didn't voice my opinion. Really, I just got upset at some of the disrespectful comments that you guys were putting in my stream. Not in my stream, in my DMs.
Charlie volunteered for my 2016 campaign and traveled the nation with my son Don and Eric.
Snoops, I was trying to play it, but I had problems.
Very well, and saw immediately that Charlie was actually a master builder of people. It was Charlie who first started organizing young black conservatives hungry for support and leadership. It was Charlie who stood up for persecuted Christians and Jews on college campuses. It was Charlie who helped bring online censorship, free speech, and cancel culture to the fore of our political debate. He was right up there with me. It was Charlie who helped unite MAGA. And you know what MAHA is? That's right, make America healthy again. And tomorrow we're going to have one of the biggest announcements, really medically, I think, in the history of our country. We're going to be doing it with Bobby and Oz and all of the professionals. I think you're going to find it to be amazing. I think we found an answer to autism. How about that? Autism. Tomorrow we're going to be talking in the Oval Office in the White House about autism, how it happens, so we won't let it happen anymore. And
did y'all just hear that about autism? Why did that kind of hit me a little hard? Because they have been really in the news. Maybe I'll do a stream like that about autism too. I don't know. Christopher says, good evening, ma'am. Who cares what people say or think? Your class act the way you look at it. And sometimes people hate that more than anything because they're not. Thank you, Christopher. And I'm hoping that other people that think like me as well, anybody can hit my link, but conservative speakers and others, because I feel that the amount of hate, number one, I think that I'm just going to have to use race in this point, as a black conservative thinker, right, as somebody with my nationality, there's actually a lot of us. And all of the name calling and calling me out saying I'm not black enough or I'm not, what are you talking about? I don't believe that I have to be Democrat just because of the color of my skin. I believe that more people should be conservative thinkers because we believe in less government involvement in family life. Okay? And I don't understand how that really can be argued with, but that's another stream for another day. Let me listen to this.
How to get at least someone
Thank you, Snoots, love.
better when you have it, so that parents can help their child, their beautiful child. That's a big one. I've been bugging everybody over there. Get the answer to that. You know, 20 years ago, 1 in 10,000 were born with autism. 20 years ago,
Hey, Eli,
the most
how you
recent
been?
survey says 1 in 12. How bad is that? That's for young boys, baby boys, but also girls a little bit better. It's about 1 in 20. But we can't, because obviously there was something really wrong, and we think we know what that is.
Good, just chilling. Me too.
I think it's
Good
going to
to
be
see
one of
you.
the most important news conferences I'll ever have, and I look so forward to it.
You talking about Baron Snoops?
And you know who else looked forward to it? Because he knew. I tell him a little bit about what was going on. Was Charlie? He would have been front row center. Believe me, we'll be missing him tomorrow. It was such a big deal for him too. He brought together Donald Trump, Bobby Kennedy,
I don't know,
right
maybe.
here in the great state of Arizona 1 year ago. Remember that? What a night, what a day that was. And with Charlie, who was among the first to speak to me about a man from Ohio by the name of J.D. Vance. Have you ever heard of him? He's doing a good job.
I did hear Erica. Now she's going to be CEO of Turning Point of USA. As we all expected, she's going to carry on her husband's legacy. Now, I didn't hear this. Somebody told me in the chat that she forgave Tyra Robinson, the person that unalived her husband. I didn't hear that, but it seems like something she would say.
But Charlie would often call me, sometimes the night before a big event.
And for the few of you that do support me, despite my conservative views, I really appreciate you guys because I don't see anything wrong with the conversation. I feel like we can learn a lot from each other. And some of you have actually become Republicans after hanging out with me. Shout out to you. But I do appreciate these conversations. I don't know.
The other side of the country. And it asked me to say, do you think you could come and speak at the event?
Right, Snoops. That makes sense.
The following day, right? I'd say, Charlie, I'm the president of the United States.
Let me fast forward this a little bit because it's kind of long.
I just didn't want to let him down. I felt guilty. It'd make me feel very guilty that I take her.
I missed the end of what he said. They're saying Erica for president.
And no matter how big Charlie became, no one was too small for him to notice. He was good to everybody. Didn't matter. Several years ago, a fourth grader asked Charlie to appear on his podcast, which was probably only watched by the parents of that fourth grader. And Charlie, who was actually pretty hot at the time, to be honest, he agreed, and the boy asked for advice. Charlie replied, the left, I call it the radical left. I call it sometimes the radical left lunatics. Charlie didn't say that. He called it the left. He was probably right, but I can't help it. I can't help it.
I'm not calling y'all lunatics. I wouldn't go that far, but, you know.
So he said the left, radical left lunatics, may have all the money in the world, but they could never outwork me. I will wake up as early as I need to about himself. I will stay up as late as I need to, and I will never stop fighting for our country. And he did this until his dying breath. That's what he was doing. That's what he was doing. Think of it. Wow. What a horrible moment. I was in the Oval Office when I heard they came in, and it was like a surreal experience, a terrible. I had some very big people in the Oval Office. And I was in the midst of a very important conversation for our country. Big people, the biggest. And I said, you have to leave now. When they told me that, they told me in front of a group of very powerful people. I said, you have to leave now, right now, please. Right now. You have to leave. Go. By his own determination and skill, Charlie Kirk built Turning Point from his humble beginnings that nobody believed could ever end up something like this, into a great movement and a juggernaut of American politics. And, you know, we have a massive stadium loaded up with people, but he got tremendous crowds before he had this kind of horrible news and before we had to hear
It's
what
very
happened
traditional.
so terribly. He delivered more than 250 speeches a year at over 200 colleges and universities, and that was at a time when it was not really
I'm hungry, y'all. I'll be right back.
to go to colleges and universities if you were a conservative. It really took great courage. And we used to talk, and I said, I think they're much more conservative than we know. And he agreed, but it just wasn't something that was happening because the radical left would do very bad things, very dangerous things. But Charlie set up chapters on 2,200 campuses and spoke at more than 1,000 churches. He launched a podcast and radio show that grew to an audience of 1 million Americans a day, one of the bigger shows on radio. And Charlie didn't just bring young people into the movement. All of a sudden it started to grow by leaps and bounds. By 2024, we won more young people than any Republican candidate in the history of our country, including for the first time a majority of males under 30. Can you believe it? Remember when Republican presidential candidates would get 4%? No, we did unbelievably with young people. And he was a big, big factor. Unbelievable. But he made me work for it. Sir, you have to make a speech here. You have to make a speech there. But we did it and we won. And our country is doing unbelievably well now. We had a country that was dead 1 year ago, and now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. And Charlie helped us make it that. One of the great people. But through it all, the core of Charlie's message and his basic method never changed. It never really changed. He stayed the same person also. At every campus event, Charlie asked the people who disagreed with him to come forward, and instead of silencing them, he handed them a microphone and let them speak.
Whew. Did you guys see any of the debates with him? I saw him on Jubilee and I watched him debate. I think it was like 20 liberals. And then he did another one. But I think a lot of people probably saw his streams and didn't really realize it was him. I was kind of one of them, but I really didn't pay attention to his name until his death. But I definitely watched this debate. How you doing, David? I definitely watched that. I know since for children will know their papa. Whoever marries her is gonna get a really good, strong woman. But I'm sure she's not thinking about any of that right now. She's got her 2 children to raise, and
he convinced so many of them. It was a pretty amazing thing to watch, actually.
Yeah,
shortly before Charlie arrived on campus, the day he was assassinated, a staff member texted him that there were many critics and students who were opposed to his views and rather strenuously in the crowd. And that actually made him feel good because he wanted to convince them. He understood. He really did. He understood what was right. And he was right about that. A lot of it was based on common sense, by the way. Charlie wrote back to the staff member saying, I'm not here to fight them. I want to know them and love them, and I want to reach them and try and lead them into a great way of life.
Lady Nika, I can't believe hi MU stopping by before I head to my birthday dinner. Happy birthday, Lady Nika. I'm always there for your birthday. But since I fell out with your friend, I had missed everything. I hope all is well, sugar. Later, have a very happy birthday. Hopefully I can connect with you and bless you for your birthday. I've had a lot going on, and I kind of been in my own little world, Lady Nika. Please know that I wish you a very happy birthday. I love you. I can't believe I missed it. I'm there every year for her. Happy birthday, Lady Nika. Oh, Erica Kirk taken on. Yep, it will be good. It's gonna be. She has so much backing. I mean, imagine you have a husband who didn't graduate from college. Instead he pursued his political advocacy dreams, and you die for a cause. He's now a martyr. You have over 100,000 people at your funeral, including the whole cabinet. The president of the United States and his whole cabinet is there. Love you back, baby. I understand. All right, Lady Nika. We'll talk soon.
Country.
Hey,
In a
Callie.
private moment
32.
on his dying day, we find everything we need to know about who Charlie Kirk truly was. He was a missionary with a noble spirit
Right,
and a
David.
great, great purpose.
So I'm
He
just.
did not hate his opponents. He wanted the best for them. That's where I disagreed with Charlie. I hate my opponent. And I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry. I am sorry.
Let me fast forward a little of this, but it's worth watching it in full.
And the more dangerous his mission became,
Oh, wait.
one can't exactly what he did. The more success Charlie had, and he was getting
Look
more
at.
and more successful.
Oh, wait.
And that is exactly
Look
what
at how many
God did.
people are there.
When you think that's
Look at
exactly
it.
what he did. The
So
more
they didn't
success Charlie had, and
silence
he was getting
anybody.
more and more successful, the more dangerous his mission became.
Gemini.
On campuses all over the country, his quest for open dialogue was met with menacing hate. There were bomb threats, pulled fire alarms, and countless rage-filled radicals who tried to shout him down. It was nasty. I used to say, Charlie, this is nasty stuff you're doing. At one event, police had to build barricades to protect students from an angry mob of thugs. By the way, are paid a lot of money to do this. They're agitators. They're paid agitators. Remember that? When you
Agitators,
see
that's a
they
good
all have
word.
the same beautifully printed sign. Every sign is identical. Comes out of a top-level print shop. That's not the signs that are made in somebody's basement. Those are paid for by very bad people, and hopefully we're going to be finding out through the DOJ who those people are.
My internet is not that great. That's why I'm not showing it for you guys. But and actually, it wasn't even me. It was stopping a lot on
I know it's going to be Erica Kirk.
on Fox. It's like Fox, you letting us down.
At Turning Point USA headquarters, she's now the CEO. Do you feel that there could be a
So they're just talking about now.
that carries the torch for Charlie Kirk in their way, or will it be a really group effort
As we
Trying to find his wife when she
Yes.
spoke.
And
She was right before. So it was JD Vance,
for 5 years here.
Erica. There she is. Trump is funny to me. He speaks his mind, doesn't bite his tongue. Right, Gemini? Oh, it's fun.
Because his love for me drove me to be a better wife.
Trump is hilarious, but I actually hope he would stay in context more. He did okay. You know Donald Trump is going to get sidetracked. I'm trying to get her speech, but...
So that when Charlie returned from work, it was his
This is
sacred
Erica.
landing place. Away from the worries of the world. I didn't make him feel guilty for being away too long or too much, or getting home too late. I always told him, home is here for you, and it'll be ready for you. And I made it into this place where he wanted to be as soon as possible when he was on the road. There was no keeping score between us. We were a team, working together for the same mission. I never wanted to be the one standing between Charlie and the task that God prepared for him, had set for him. And I knew Charlie would always do his best to help me with the same. My marriage with Charlie was the best thing that ever happened to me. And I know it was the best thing that ever happened to him as well. He wanted everyone to experience that joy. And that's what's so beautiful about God's design for marriage, is that everyone can. I could talk endlessly.
I think that she says something beautiful there. I mean, they spoke a lot about marriages, I don't know why people get angry about him speaking about traditional marriages. I think that if I were to get married this day and age, it would be really hard, and it's not about me, to do a bipartisan relationship because I feel like it's hard to be on a separate side. You guys can let me know if you disagree, but I do think it's important to be on the same side because you can have conversations like this, and it is going to matter. I think that politics can divide people, and so it would be really hard for me to really accept someone that, well, never mind.
About it, in years to come, I will. But Charlie's mission, above all, was aimed directly at those who aren't married. He named his organization well. He knew things were not right with America, and especially with young people, and they needed a new direction. Charlie passionately wanted to reach and save the lost boys of the West. The young men who feel like they have no direction, no purpose, no faith, and no reason to live.
I don't know who's the Lost Boys of the West. So I'm listening to
The men wasting their lives on distractions, and the men consumed with resentment, anger, and hate. Charlie wanted to help them. He wanted them to have a home with Turning Point USA. And when he went onto campus, he was looking to show them a better path and a better life that was right there for the taking.
Thank you, Mrs. J. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you.
My husband, Charlie, he wanted to save young men just like the one who took his life.
Yeah. I see that. Like, she's like,
That young man.
I'm gonna show it to you guys.
That young man. On the cross, our Savior said,
Can y'all see it or no?
Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do. That man, that young man.
Can you see it? Oh no, it's too much blur.
Forgive him.
Okay. Wait, so someone came in my chat and said that she forgave him. I'm gonna have to listen to this again because it sounded like she was quoting a Bible scripture and that she was saying like Charlie Kirk would say he forgave him. Am I wrong? Hi, MU. I'm conservative, but I cannot support Charlie Kirk views, but rest in peace. I didn't support a lot of his views either when it came to some of the race things that he said and some of the stuff about, but but my point is though, speaking at a college campus and then openly taking some, hold on, sorry, I'm checked up. Taking somebody's life in a public space, not having any regard for the kids that had to see it and not having any regard for the other people that could have accidentally been shot or whatever, it's just horrible. Because regardless if we liked his views or not, he had the right to speak them. And that's how I feel about that. So, hey, okay, let me listen to this.
Good evening.
How many people? Look at his response, y'all. He's a very powerful woman. Are there any brown faces in the chat? Y'all notice? I mean, not in the chat, in the audience.
I forgive him because it was what Christ did and is what Charlie would do.
So she did say she
The
forgave
answer
him.
to hate is not hate. The answer we know from the gospel is love, and always love. Love for our enemies and love for those who persecute us. The world needs Turning Point USA. It needs a group that will point young people away from the path of misery and sin. It needs something that will lead people away from hell in this world and in the next. It needs young people pointed in the direction of truth and beauty. And so I promise you today, every part of our work will become greater. I am tremendously honored to be the new CEO of Turning Point USA.
That was crazy. They just made this movement so much bigger. Look at all the support she has. Oh wait. Look at that. So the whole cabinet right there.
I do not take that lightly. Charlie and I were united in purpose. His passion was my passion, and now his mission is my mission. Everything that Turning Point USA built through Charlie's vision and hard work, we will make 10 times greater through the power of his memory. Chapters will grow. Thousands of new ones will be created. TPUSA Faith will add thousands of new pastors and congregations.
She has a whole team behind her. She has the money to do it. And we're just going to see a lot. They're going to hit more campuses. They're going to spread their message. And that's just where we are. So when you think you're silencing someone, you're really just making their voices louder. That's what I have to say about that.
Well, we knew he was going to be a martyr for the cause and mission. I mean, it's about his legacy. It should be about.
Choppy, what'd you say?
Okay. No, what I said was we knew that he would become a martyr for his cause. This was, we knew this was going to happen. At least any reasonable person would have seen that. It's about his legacy. And to me, it's not about, oh, let's try to attack whoever. It's about honoring him during his funeral, which is what would happen during a funeral for anyone else. For people to go out of context to make it, oh, these people are puppets, this, that, and the third. I think there's a time and place for all of that. And this is not the time and the place for that.
Yeah.
I mean, to attack him while he's already gone, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the damage has been pretty much done. Why keep picking at him? I mean, my goodness. They won't even let him rest in peace. But, and again, I'm not a fan of his, but it's not about being a fan of his right now. It's not about any of that. It's about, it's a life lost, and you honor the man's legacy. And you think about his wife, you think about his children, and you think about his family. And you think about the lives that he touched during the 31 years while he was alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a sad day, very heavy. We're gonna see a lot more of Erica, and we're gonna hear a lot more about Turning Point and people that didn't even realize what the name of his organization was. Now it's gonna be bigger than ever, and it pretty much happened overnight.
And what was disturbing to me was there were a couple of people saying, oh, she didn't even shed a tear, talking about his wife, which is not true. As you could tell, she was visibly moved in.
But
and plus, everybody grieves differently. So
I was just gonna say that even if she didn't shed a tear, I would cry in front of you guys. What's good, skinny boy? You're so pretty. Me? Oh, thank you. I'm looking kind of rough today, but yeah, no, I don't care about that kind of stuff. Thank you, skinny boy. I just wanted to come on and share this moment with y'all. Everybody grieves differently. But I have to say, even for all the trolls, you know, we're going to highlight that. Even for all the trolls, she has so much
Little
support.
David.
She has so much support. And wait, listen to this.
And yes,
You don't hear those
events
sniffles?
will continue. And we will continue to hold debates and dialogue. The First Amendment of our Constitution is the most human amendment.
Hi, Hustler.
We are naturally talking beings, naturally believing beings. And the First Amendment protects our right to do both. No assassin will ever stop us from standing up to defend those rights, ever. Because when you stop the conversation, when you stop the dialogue, this is what happens. When we lose the ability and the willingness to communicate, we get violence. And as I stand here now and look at this beautiful photo of my husband in front of me, hanging in the stadium, I think of my husband 13 years ago. I hadn't met him yet. He was 18 years old. A man barely out of high school, running around the halls of the RNC without $1 in his pocket and a single contact in his phone. People who saw him said that he didn't know what he was doing, but he did. He did know what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. He was going to change the world, and he did. Charlie's life was a turning point for this country. It was a miracle. Let that miracle that was Charlie's life be your turning point as well. Choose prayer. Choose courage. Choose beauty.
Cat daddy.
Choose adventure. Choose family. Choose a life of faith. Most importantly, choose Christ.
I think she did a good job. Y'all get the point of that. It's definitely worth watching in full. JD Vance, I felt, did an excellent job. Donald Trump is going to be Donald Trump. But
I have Trump fatigue, but that's another story.
You have what?
I have Trump fatigue myself, but it's not about him. That's the problem I have. It's about Charlie Kirk. It's not about him, and he always tries to make things about him. That's why I have a problem with him. One of the many problems I have with him.
Hey, is he Sarah?
Oh wow, long time no see, Sarah.
Sarah. When you say you had Trump fatigue, you made me want to play more Trump.
Absolutely.
We're sick of hearing him.
Oh, you want me to leave? Okay, gotcha.
I love you, Charlie, baby.
Oh.
And I will make you proud. God bless you all. God bless America.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
The lesson of Charlie's life is that you should never underestimate what one person can do with a good heart, a righteous cause, a cheerful spirit, and the will to fight. Have to fight.
Yeah, he had a chance to fight and didn't. Yeah, I could ask. Please, give me a break.
And Charlie's a big factor, such a big factor. Charlie Kirk started with only an idea to change minds on college campuses, and instead he ended up with a far greater achievement, changing history. changed history. Today, Charlie Kirk rests in glory in heaven.
It's so funny that you guys are trying to peep-bomb me right now, and it's people of my skin color. So please don't try to make this a race thing, because I don't have any non-melanated people in my chat that's trying to do that. So you guys are just showing your ignorance.
For all eternity, he has gone from speaking on campuses in Wisconsin to kneeling at the throne of God, where he is right now.
Doesn't this move you far?
We grieve for the friend and leader that we have lost, but we go forward strengthened by his faith and bolstered by his courage and inspired by his example to defend the country he lived for the freedoms he died for, and the values in which he so deeply believed. He believed in values that we should all believe in.
Bye,
Charlie
Skinny.
created something very special. It's called Turning Point USA. And under the leadership and love of Erica, it will become bigger and better and stronger than ever before.
I don't know much about Charlie Kirk. I heard he was kind of a far-right Christian nationalist.
So, Charlie, we
That can
all
be
want to
accurate.
thank you. We want to say a very loud God bless you, Charlie. God bless you for what you've done is incredible. And God bless Erica and the children. God bless the United States of America. And could I ask Erica, please come out? Erica, please come out. Thank you.
Okay, so that's pretty much it. So Sarah, yes, he was I guess I could say far right. I don't believe in being far either way, just so you know, just for the record. And a Christian nationalist, he definitely preached Christian values, traditional Christian values. So he spoke, so the guy, Tyler Robinson, and it's kind of sad because even in this funeral, in this chat, people are saying things like Tyler was MAGA. So that lets me know that no matter how much information is out there, people are still going to try to paint this evil, demonic image of the political right? Because Tyler was a part, I don't even think it's a political thing at this point. Tyler was a member of the LGBTQIA community. And that's what the evidence suggests. And Charlie Kirk talked about traditional families. There's only two genders. There shouldn't be men in women's sports. I have to agree with that. I don't believe in that either. But you have to have the right. It's like, just like Eric, his wife said, that without the freedom of speech and people being able to listen, then we have violence, and you can't fight. You can't fight with violence. I mean, you can, but what will become of this country?
And unfortunately, we've had many people who have preached nonviolence and have gotten unalived. I mean, obviously, Dr. King comes to mind.
I didn't agree with that either. And if I could have spoken out then, I didn't have a platform then. But I didn't agree with that. I don't agree with anyone losing their life for standing for a cause. And he goes down as one of the martyrs with them. And whether people like him or not, some people don't like Martin Luther King. I couldn't believe somebody came into my chat talking about Martin Luther King. I had to remove them. But when you die for a cause, that makes you a martyr, all right? Whether we like that or not, some people are calling Charlie Kirk a hero. I myself wouldn't go that far, but people are entitled to their opinions, and they're going to think whatever they want to think. There was some racist rhetorics up in the comments. You have to expect that because there's always going to be ignorant arseholes. But as a whole, I have beautiful people that are white that are my friends and that support me in my political commentary, and I have black people that my sobriety commentary that just support me because they've seen my journey. And I have blacks the same. I don't care what color you guys are. I'm not going to be from one side or another, and I'm not going to favor you because you're any particular color. I'm going to treat you all the same. And that makes people angry. I don't understand it. There's nothing wrong with being on the right or left. It's just different opinions, but we need to find a middle ground. Yeah, Z, sir, when I said I'm not for anything, because I do feel that we should better have conversations. I'm looking at the funeral. Oh, let me turn this off because I'm getting sidetracked. I'm looking at the funeral, and Republicans and Democrats, they're not divided. And yes, they come on and we hear them, but when it comes time for something, they're sitting. I mean, we saw this with whose funeral was it? Carter's. We saw it there. They're sitting right next to each other, and we're sitting over here fighting like idiots. And both sides are wealthy. Democrats are wealthy, and Republicans are wealthy. All right, so there's a lot of ignorance, in my opinion.
Well, again, it's about right and wrong. It's not about it shouldn't be about anything else but right and wrong. It was wrong that he got his life taken away at 31 years old. I mean, that's the bottom line. It'd be wrong if anybody who stood for whatever they stand for, right? I mean, whether you feel a certain way or whether you don't, he had the right to explain it. He had First Amendment, and it should just be a basic human right.
Right. And so you have all this happening. You see a lot of people getting fired now for speaking, for saying their piece and how they felt about Charlie. It's not that. I just feel that the foundation of this country is built on the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments of the Constitution, and the first one is the right to speak. And anytime that does not protect you from consequences, right? I cannot come out here and say that I do not like Jewish people, let's just say, and not expect I'll probably lose my job. So even though I had the right to say it, it doesn't mean I'm gonna go to work the next day. They're gonna look at me crazy. So there are consequences, but that consequence shouldn't be a loss of a life. Charlie didn't.
It's not probably you would lose your job. It's not probably.
I would, absolutely. So, and I said that to say is people are fighting for Jimmy Kimmel, who's very wealthy. He'll be fine. People are online. That college student who was mocking Charlie's death in a very grotesque way, and he gets expelled. He should have been. Who wants to hire somebody who thinks about death that way? Who's so insensitive, because they represent the school, they represent organizations. If you're independently wealthy and you're basically on an island on yourself and you don't need people, then you don't have to worry about what you say publicly. But we're living in a day and age with cancel culture where everything is scrutinized. So you do have to watch what you say, and freedom of speech. Your freedom of speech doesn't take away my right to fire you, and it doesn't take away my right to not want to be around you or to speak out about you.
Well, just as you have the freedom of speech to say what you want, so do we. We have the right to say, you know what, I don't have to deal with you. And that's exactly what happens.
That's your right. But so Charlie talking about less government involvement in our lives, I'm for that. And that's my whole reason of being, as some of you would think of me as Republican.
That it was a problem, see, Sarah. Kimmel made it more about Trump than Kirk.
I was reading Kimmel things. It seemed to be more about his mic and Trump than Kirk. Yeah, and so I played a little clip of Jimmy Kimmel's word, but somebody told me that I missed the rest of the speech. I'm still waiting for it, because from what I heard, number one, it was distasteful to say. I didn't like, Sarah, that he said that Tyler Robinson was a part of the right and he was MAGA. And he was pushing that agenda, because that's fake news. And you're saying that with your very large platform. He was not MAGA. MAGA people identify as MAGA. He was nonpartisan. So for Jimmy Kimmel to say that is well, no, he did say a lot of things about Trump, Sarah. I'll agree with that. But to say that this dude did it, and I felt like they keep trying to create this image of the political right. And we're not for violence at all. We're not for taking somebody's life. That guy was not a plant for Donald Trump or anything like that. And I don't like conspiracies like that. So there was a problem with what Jimmy Kimmel said. And he's associated with Disney. Why would Disney want their name on that? You know, now I heard they caught the guy who who shot up the studio. I would like to know more about this guy's background, because right now people are just being ridiculous.
And here's also another thing when it comes to certain people. They want to put everybody in the same box. You can't do that. I mean, there's radicals in every layer of anything. There are radicals to the left, there's radicals to the right. There's radicals in so-called Christianity, and there's radicals in so-called Islam. So we have to be careful. You can't put everybody in the same box, and a lot of people do that. And it's not right, and it's not fair to those particular groups or religions. It's just not.
When it came to, I agree with you. When it came to this funeral, how long I've been here for? An hour. I got a few more minutes to go. When it came to this funeral, I felt like it was a beautiful service. It was very well done. Very moving. I love Donald Trump sharing his moments with Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk, I mean, he's been doing this since he was a young kid, like 17, 18 years old. He's been doing this, and wow.
I like the example she gave as him and an 18-year-old with the dollar in his pocket, and how far he came from those humble beginnings. I do like that way she described that.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know how long they've been married, but they have 2 young kids together. Really,
See,
Sarah?
that's the thing, Sarah. People get in their feelings when you tell the truth. Nobody wants to hear the truth. They want to hear smooth things. And that's not what life is about. You're not going to be 100% in lockstep with everybody. And people don't like that. Now, as far as our people, we're not on code enough. But that's another chapter for another book. But here, this is all about Charlie Kirk, and it's about honoring him and his legacy. And you can do that and not have to agree with everything that he said. I think a lot of people miss the boat when it comes to that. That's why sometimes I laugh at the athletes when they say, I'm not going to the White House. I don't want to see President Trump. I'm not a Trump fan or supporter, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to respect the office that he holds and his place in history. Whether you like Donald Trump or not, the fact of the matter is he is a very iconic figure in this country and in the world, period. And he has carved a space, whether you like it or not. You have to respect the fact that he has done that. You don't have to like him. I'm certainly not a big fan of his, but you have to acknowledge what he has done and who he is. And that's just, you do that for any historic figure. And again, that's my opinion.
I agree.
And she'll tell you, I'm not the biggest Trump person in the world. And sometimes because you agree with certain things that Donald Trump has done, people have labeled you a Trump supporter, this, that, and the third. And there are certain things that you disagree with him on. So it's funny. They just like to lump people. They don't like to do their proper research. They just, oh, you're this, oh, you're that, without doing any due diligence. It's lazy.
I don't agree with anyone 100%. I'm always going to look at what they're saying and try my best to do what I feel is right. Which is just, if it's from the Constitution, if it's what we built this country on, I don't like to see anybody's rights trampled on. And we all have the right to do what's best for our families and for ourselves. And that's how I feel. How you doing, Antonio? How are you? Oh, right, Sarah. So that's just what I feel. I do stand behind Donald Trump is the commander-in-chief, whether we like it or not. Most of America voted for Donald Trump. And here we are today. And I just believe in making things work with what you have to work with. I dislike Stephen Miller. I don't like Peter. I'm not a supporter of Trump, but you have to respect his office. That's what I'm saying as well, Sarah.
I mean, I respect everybody's right to live their lives accordingly, but I'm going to fight for the rights of my people, that's the way I am. I'm going to fight for my family and my people first. And I don't feel I'm wrong for that, and I'm unapologetic when it comes to that.
I don't
But
feel
that
you.
doesn't mean I'm not going to fight for others, especially when they're on the side of right. Again, it's
I
more
want to
right
fight
than
for
wrong.
all
It's more
people.
right versus wrong than anything else.
I want to fight for all people because my supporters have come from everywhere and all nationalities, and I am going to stay there. I'm going to fight for all people. I'm not going to just fight for any particular person. Mm-mm. I'm going to fight for those that have fought for me.
This is scary, you know that?
Huh?
This is very scary.
What is?
We've agreed more than anything, I think, on this topic. You okay?
Yeah, I'm still feeling that funeral. I mean, I'm gonna have to watch it. I'm gonna have to watch it like again and listen to it. And I've been watching a lot of clips on Charlie Kirk more than I would like to. There's so much that's going on, you guys. I've been pretty much seeing what's going on in this world, and it's just, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. Now, I don't have time to be really dealing with any foolishness right now, which is why I just come on and I kind of say my piece and I get out of here because it's just a lot.
We do live in a very perilous time, in not only this country but throughout the world. You can see what's going on in the Gaza Strip. You see what's going on in the Ukraine, and all you have to do is go outside and go to any city in America, and even the suburbs. You see what's going on. It's very, very troubling. And these things have been foretold many times ago, but yeah, we will see more of these, no question about it.
We will see more. And like I said, the person coming up behind Charlie is ruthless. Woof. I don't even want to say this guy's name yet until I hear people talking about him more. But yeah, what's the matter? He's pretty crazy. I don't know what Erica's gonna be. Erica's gonna have a lot. The UK is also in crisis, right, Sarah? I support reparations for blacks. Whoever not with that, then are you with Obama? Because he darn sure wasn't for reparations for blacks.
Not, and that's one of my big problems with him. He was not for reparations, not for our people anyway.
He had a chance to pass it
He
and
was
did
for
not.
everybody else. A lot of our people made the mistake of voting for Obama because he was a certain skin tone, and that was a huge problem because a lot of us thought that we would never see a so-called black president in our lifetime, and it's come back to bite us. But nobody wants to say that because then, oh, you're this, that, and the third. But that's just my opinion. I mean, the only thing that you could say was we saw a black president in our lifetime. He got he do certain things? Yes, but he also failed on a lot of things as well, like every president has. The fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter who's in office. What only matters is what happens in your household, because at the end of the day, you still have to make sure that your family and loved ones are taken care of. And it doesn't matter who's in office, but you do that the best to your ability. And if you fail to do that, then you're a colossal failure. And it doesn't matter whether it's Bill Clinton, whether it's George W. Bush, George Herbert Walker Bush, Ronald Reagan, Jimmy Carter. You can pick whatever president you want. It does not matter. You still, at the end of the day, are responsible for what goes on in your household. You take care of things inward before you worry about anything that's going on outward. And sometimes a lot of us do it the opposite way. And then there are just some people who are just looking for whatever scapegoat, no matter who it is. And we have to be careful of that. And when we stop doing that, then we look inward and take care of everything, and then worry about the outside world, then we're in a much better place. Not just as a people, but as a country. But it'll be interesting to see what will happen during these times, because I don't know how many people are really willing to look in the mirror. Because accountability is a beautiful thing. And unfortunately, not many of us want to take accountability. I have no idea what MU is doing right now, but I'm pretty sure she's busy and she'll be back shortly. I really, I thank MU for giving me the opportunity to come up. She does that a lot, and she's been a very gracious hostess, and I'm very appreciative of that. We definitely bump heads in certain times, and you know what? That's the beauty of it, because there's always a respect factor there. Whether we agree or disagree, I will always have the utmost respect for Misunderstood, because she stands on her 10 toes, and no matter what, she never backs down, and I admire that in her.
Oh, thank you. I missed a part of that. Sorry, my son is going.
No, it's fine.
Olin, you know,
I guess you'll hear it when you do the replay, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised, I think.
Okay, so I support reparations as well. The comment that was there. As a matter of fact, Republicans are the ones that have passed the bill for reparations to be shot down by the Democrats. Okay, so twice. And then they had it on the ballot again, and they also tried to pass reparations for blacks in California to be shot down by the Democratic Party, which is unfortunate because people swear that the Democratic Party is going to come and save them, but I can't. All I can do is present the facts, and those that listen, and those that don't. That's just how it's going to be. It's crazy that it hasn't been done yet. The truth is, if reparations was implemented, it would benefit everyone. Sarah, that's exactly what I spoke about. It's not a Republican thing like, oh, you know, they're trying to save black people. The Republicans understand that with the wealthier economy, everybody benefits.
The chicken or
just a moment.
Everybody benefits from a wealthier economy.
It's not everything has been done yet.
The 1% economy. The 1% becomes wealthier. The 3%, who owns the economy? Okay, and it's a fact that the Republicans have fought for freedom. We know that they fought. We go all the way back down to the Civil War. They also passed reparations in 1865. They tried to pass it again when Obama was in office, only to be shut down by President Obama. Okay, there's been plenty of times, even in California, like I said, that they've tried to pass reparations, but the Democrats are not ready for blacks to receive reparations. It's been proven time and time again. And not only that, but they benefit from blacks being on government assistance and more government programming and all those kind of things that I don't believe in, right? Because a government that has once oppressed you isn't coming to save you. We need a wealthier economy, and reparations will benefit everyone. Well, it's for blacks. That's not what I'm saying. But it will put back into the economy. All right? But people can't really see it that way. That's why Republicans are for reparations. That's what it's about, because they're for less government involvement in your life. And it is about righting a wrong, something that happened years ago. It's not a handout. I've never met this channel before. Welcome, David. Uncle Claudia has some good wisdom. I'm glad you stopped by. Speak how you feel. Don't ever go. Never mind. You know what? I get so tired because of the hate that I receive, whether I'm talking about sobriety or whether I'm talking about politics. So now I'm to the point where I don't care. Those that's gonna rock with me is gonna rock with me, and those that don't, I'm still gonna live on. I'm still gonna do what I need to do. But I appreciate that. We might need our own political party, but how would that happen? You know, even with the liberals, even with the independent thinkers, you're gonna see a president that's either Republican or Democrat, and the other parties are going to vote for the Republican or the Democrat of their choosing. Of course, you know, you have the liberals, they're going to vote Democrat and they're there for the Democratic Party. So if we had our own party, who would we vote for though as a whole? Because I feel like we don't have the backing or the funding to be president, but we could have a lot of influence on who won. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because the parties are set up, the way that the campaigns are set up is for either a Republican president or a Democrat president. They're the ones that's going to get the majority of the funding. So if we had our own political party, I'm asking you, who would we vote for? Okay, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. It's stupid in you. I could tell you as an economist, reparations are a no-brainer. Exactly. Don't stop. Let it out. It's your right. I appreciate you. And just like Uncle Claude and I are on different sides of the fence when it comes to a lot of things. And again, I mean what I say. I'm not going for anybody because they're a certain color, white or black. I don't care. I'm going for those that make the most sense to me. And there's a lot of work that needs to be done. But most importantly, we just have to be aware of what's going on around us. You can't politicize your say as one of the strongest influence in America and say you don't want to be a president, bottom line. Oh, what you mean by that? I'm not sure I understand your comment. You can't politicize yourself as one of the strongest influence in America and say you don't want to be a president. I'm not sure what you mean. So, but Sarah, you make a good point. But I could see, I wonder what panel you were on that you got. Because you usually, somebody got upset at your views because you're pretty, you're very level-headed. So, you know. These are tough times. They just are. I'm trying my best to just stay afloat. I'm trying my best to just keep my head out of stuff and focus on what's happening and what I need to do in my life. I do feel as a conservative thinker that I have a better chance at making it in this country with you guys. And that's another stream for another day. If you guys could see my back chat and the people that jump behind me, it's like I just feel that within our own race, there's some issues that people don't like to talk about, and that's the self-hate and not supporting each other. It's kind of a crab in a bucket. How you say crab in a barrel mentality, though. A lot. And I don't know how to make those things go away. I don't know if it happened from our past. I don't know. But just looking at my own life and who supports me in sobriety, who supports the fact that I'm, I feel that I'm American, what America's all about. I chose to rise to the occasion and change my life and do certain things. And it's not Republicans that put me down the most. It's the other side. I was asked to talk on politics and the UK situation. Oh, I wish I would have been there. I would have loved to. I would have loved to hear that, Sarah. Oh, you're on mute. Hold on, let me help you.
Muted. Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry about that, guys.
You're good. I'm making some eggs as we speak. Trying to put something in my stomach. I haven't eaten today. No, I had some watermelon.
I mean, I ate, but not a lot. It's been pretty stressful, but it is what it is.
Half says
Go to the farm.
we're all the same race. We're all in the same race, right by the competing, just walking, you'll be fine. I was actually deliberately moderate as I knew the audience was quiet and interesting.
Yeah. That's what I get now. It's the same coffee.
Well, this country has been divided for a long time, but it seems like the division is getting. It seems like we're more polarized than ever.
Why do you think that is?
I think there's several factors. It's never just one factor. I think some of it is the economy. Some of it his frustration, and there's just too many factors. There's just so many factors. I think people are frustrated with with both political. I think both political parties have failed, and people are fed up. They're fed up.
I agree, Sarah. I do agree, and there's a lot of things. Like, I'm still waiting on the clips on Charlie Kirk where they said that he said those things about the border or whips and chains. I have not seen it. All I hear is people making these accusations. And if he said it in other places, I just feel that people would play a clip of it. That's all I ask. So there's a lot of things that people believe with no evidence.
I've heard nothing of it, so I can't speak either way.
First of all, I'll tell you why the creation of the US dollar was so important. Would you rather have a superior race take your precious metals or a stupid piece of paper? Okay. So, there's a lot. But anyway, those were my thoughts on that. I'm still, you know, it's not even just what's happening with this funeral. I'm glad that the funeral was a success. No one got hurt, right? It was a success. It was a beautiful service. Now his family can go and grieve and do all those things. It's the
Nobody was stupid to protest outside of his funeral. That would be ridiculous. I hope no one did that.
Oh, I don't know, but I do worry about the freedom of speech aspect. Of people are talking about, like, you know, they can't say certain stuff, but they want to say the nastiest thing. If you were to say certain things about black race, we'll have this outrage. So why is it okay to do it towards Charlie? Now, I don't agree with the things that Charlie has said. A lot of things, right? So it's not about that. It's just about right or wrong. I don't care who you are. I just respect people, families that has to watch this stuff.
Again, he didn't deserve to perish for his thoughts. He just didn't. And his family now is saddled with the loss of a father, the loss of a husband, and it's a sad day. Anybody that could find glee in that, there's something wrong with it.
They won't be able to get that image out of their head of their father being shot like that. And then you have some people saying that he's still alive and he's not gone yet. I was like, honestly, I don't do conspiracies. I'm not a conspiracist. So I'm going to leave that there.
Yeah, I guess somebody's always looking for something, huh?
Yeah. So, anyway, you doing
Actually,
okay? I think I need to. You said what?
No. Ladies first.
No, I was just saying that's pretty much what I was coming live about. Is just this funeral and kind of my thoughts on it. I knew I was gonna have like some ignorance. This stream went so bad, but the first one, you guys were killing me. I knew I was gonna have some ignorance, you know, regarding that. And it's all good though.
Well, there's no cure for stupid.
There's no cure for stupid. You got anything else going on? I'm just chatting. I'm just, you know, gonna got some studying I gotta do. I already have dinner on, so that's good. I'm almost done with my day.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I have to finish up chicken, mashed potatoes, and fresh string beans.
And what?
Fresh string beans.
Sounds good. Yeah, I finally want to stew. I hope they like it because I seasoned it a little different than I usually do. So we'll see. I think it'll be all right. Hopefully it's almost done now. I put it on at 12. Maybe it's almost done now. I thought I usually cook for 8 hours. How far into the course are you now in you? So I got my certificate. I got my when you go on live again in you what time. I was thinking about doing a night stream like I normally do on that dude, but you know I never really time it because I don't know what I'm like lately, y'all, I've been just feeling like a lot. But I can come back anytime when you want me to come by. How far are you into the course now? I finished my certificate program that I was going for. That's done. So now I have 2 semesters to finish my associates in psychology, and then I'm gonna go on and probably get my bachelor's in psychology. So working on my actual degree. Little by little, I need a statistics class, and I need, which is weird that I need PE. I'm probably just gonna take dance. So that's what I'm working on.
It's beautiful.
Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. Yeah, I started my psychology degree a long time ago, so I'm basically just finishing up. So I get my associates, and I'm actually about maybe a year and a half away from my bachelor's. I took psychology. I already did a lot of my 300 levels, so I'm just finishing it up. It's just like a personal goal. I'm just finishing some things I started before I got heavy into the addiction and all that stuff. It's just like a personal accomplishment at this point.
That's beautiful.
I'm trying, but
No, you're not trying, you're succeeding.
Yeah, and you guys, so I used to love coming on here talking about sobriety and my accomplishments and stuff like that, but the toll it's taken, it just became not really worth it for me, because it attacks on my family and on myself, which was really just unfortunate. But if you guys want to follow that kind of commentary, follow me on TikTok, because that's all I talk about over there. And we have a nice little family over there. It's like pretty cool. It's real chill.
Yes.
It's chill. The bottom line is America is run off checks and balances, and as soon as as specific parties, even non-governmental parties, ruin that this is the result. All right. Keep on doing your thing, Emu. Yeah, and I still talk about it a little, and I share a little bit on my community wall, Sarah. What have you been up to? I haven't really been around as much because I have been trying to keep my head down and just in my own thing, and I've been over in the back of the political sectors, and I watch sobriety channels and stuff well, they don't call themselves sectors in the political world, but I've been following sobriety commentary because as I'm approaching my 4 years, it's still hard. I don't know why. Every milestone is a challenge. It's like, I don't know. I feel a lot of stuff. I feel just a lot of stuff that's hard to explain. Facts. We know you. Sober, no more talk. Right, I'm that dude. I'm pretty much done with that commentary. I've been working and traveling. Okay. Yeah, I'm that dude. There's really no reason to do that anymore, because over here it really wasn't the place for it. I thought it was a good idea. And the person that kind of put the idea in my head, like, where is he now? Like, he was part of the problem. So I just don't want to do it anymore.
Well, there's always going to be people who are toxic. That's just unfortunately a fact of life. But the way you've been dealing with it, I think has been wonderful. And you just keep doing what you're doing. And believe me, there are more people than you think that are in your corner. And whoever's not, then that's one less person to worry about. It's no big deal.
I don't even worry about it. I have more support than I have a lot of support, you guys. I mean, y'all flood me with messages. I have trouble responding to all of you guys. You guys do. I really do appreciate you guys' support. Don't think that I don't, but at this point, I just want to make sure my family's good. They're taken care of. And I know that I've been good to a lot of people. I know that I've had a lot of growth within the years. And, sometimes you outgrow people, and that's okay. And life is full of lessons. And so I take things as lessons. But when it's time to move on from something, then I have to realize it's time to move on. Sobriety will always be in my heart because I know how it ruins families, how it's just bad. But a lot of people that was criticizing me, putting me down, including someone that wanted to have a conversation with me not too long ago. What was my point? They also suffer from addiction, and I can't understand somebody that struggles with the same thing that would attack me when I was at my weakness, when I was really, really going through it. Thank you, Sarah. I support you too. I see you, sis. And so I was happy to see you. I see you. And I know a lot of you support me. But I can't understand why it's like, by you attacking me, it's not going to make you look any sober. It's not going to make you look prettier. It's not going to make you look smarter. It's not going to make you do anything. You're just going to look like a hater. And I can't put anybody down that's in the thick of their addiction. I will not befriend anybody in the thick of their addiction like I was befriended, because they have nothing to offer me right now, right? It would be an unbalanced relationship. I cannot see you tell me that you're a crackaholic. Am I making sense to you guys? In the same way, come over here, hang with me, and do all this stuff. No, I'm not an addiction specialist. I'm not going to do that. You can hurt me, and you can, or I can hurt you. I know I'm not about to. What is that word, y'all? What is that word? It starts with C. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not going to be codependent with you, right? But I am almost 4 years sober. And I was listening to somebody in their live stream, and obviously I finished my commentary. Also, I'm just talking. I was listening to somebody's stream, and I'm like, and they're talking about I was high at a certain time, and I'm just like, I just think people are just so nasty, so nasty. Because am I doing it today? No. So now we're here talking about Trump and the funeral, Jimmy. Oh, I almost said Jimmy Carter and Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, but so I have to change my banner. I know I'm gonna lose a lot of supporters since I'm switching gears, because a lot of you followed me for my sobriety, but you guys also followed and laughed when my kids got taken away. You guys mocked that. You guys mocked people attacking my family, relationships, all of that, and I can't. So no, I really don't care that people unsubscribe and stop following me. I come online, y'all can see that I'm sober. Okay, that's good enough for me. A lot of people doing that to you are really mad at themselves. They can't stand to see you winning because they can't get themselves together. I don't even know what it is at this point. I feel like they try to draw me into the same things that I used to talk about and the things that I used to do. There is no going back for me. When I see my daughter in college, when I see my son excelling in school, like my kids are out bowling and having fun. I'm going to join them in a second, but there is no going back. I know that a lot of people online are miserable, unhealthy, and they come online projecting and spewing a bunch of hate. But when you've gone through something real in life, I don't have that in me anymore to where I could just fight with you guys like that. Now I can get you together real quick, but I'm not going to put myself in a position to where I'm going to hear it. I'm not going to put myself in a position to where if I can't have fun with you on a platform or chill with you guys, I have no reason being there, because I'm not about to let the internet stress me out when I have a whole life that I have to live. And I hope that more people will look at that like, wow, I'm online fighting with a bunch of strangers. I'm not telling you about your commentary, but y'all making pennies on the dollar. It's like, I'm not about to fight with a bunch of people that I don't know. And then I'm stressed out at work and I'm stressed out with my kids. That's not fair to anybody. Oh, thank you. I have beautiful children. They're so big now. They're so big. Oh my God. I got to take my son shopping for a whole new wardrobe. Like his age, they just grow so fast. And my daughter, thank you, Sarah. My daughter is amazing. And she's...
No. Sorry.
No, I was just saying that when I did want to watch the funeral with her, but she's not a fan of Charlie Kirk at all. So I had to talk to her, because even though she's not a fan, I asked her, like, how do you feel about him losing his life? And she said that wasn't right. That's all I asked. That's all I asked.
Well, I mean, right now, she just doesn't understand the historic impact yet.
That Charlie Kirk is having?
Yeah. Because there's a historical impact to it. I don't think she sees it yet.
Gen Z are in a world of their own. I'm actually proud of them because they stand for something, right? Regardless of how ignorant I think a lot of it is, but they stand for something. They're very accepting, it seems like to me. And I appreciate they're living in different times. They have the internet. They have knowledge right at their fingertips. We didn't grow up with all that. So I say don't underestimate Gen Z. They stand up for a lot of political causes, Black causes. They support the LGBTQIA community. Man, that's long. And I'm for all those things. I am. I'm still not for them in our sports, though. as far as men playing in women's sports. That's not fair. But I still support the community.
I'm gonna have to get myself together. About to have dinner.
Okay.
About to finish up.
Moving over.
And one day I'm gonna have to give you an invite, maybe.
Oh, for dinner? Okay. How'd you make your chicken? You gotta make an MU type meal.
And what is that?
Huh?
How is an MU type meal?
Something I would. Well, actually, when someone's cooking for me, though, I am not picky. I eat whatever they make. I'm very gracious. I'll eat things that I normally don't eat.
Okay. I'm not too heavy. I make enough seasoning, but just I don't use a lot of heavy salt or anything of that nature. But
You don't have to worry.
I use a lot of herbs and spice and stuff.
I eat like everybody else when I'm somewhere else. When I go home, my family drop the link. When I go home, my family hi TC. My family eats. I told you. I mean, my family makes they eat a lot of fried foods, and I'm like, ugh. And they make like potatoes. I don't eat potatoes and things like that, but I'll eat French fries every now and
The starch, right?
Huh?
The starch.
Is that you asked me if that's why I don't eat it?
Yeah, Maxine is too much starch.
Well, when I'm there, my mom will graciously air fry her food. Like she'll air fry it for me, but I have a very sensitive stomach, like so I can't eat a lot of stuff that other people eat.
I don't eat a lot of fried foods anymore, so.
But I'll eat fried. I mean, I love fried catfish. If we had catfish here,
That's different. I love that.
Yeah, I would fry
Totally
catfish.
different.
But there's no catfish in Palm Springs, you guys. I went to like 5 different stores. I went to Jelson's, Jensen's, Whole Foods. They didn't have any darn catfish. I'm like, what? So I'll probably have to order some from Mississippi and have it shipped here. So I have everybody in the house eating catfish. Everybody likes it. It's not my son. My son's tripping. I don't know what his problem is. I tried to cover it in hot sauce so he wouldn't really see what it was. Yeah, he wasn't going. But yeah, my mom gets down in the kitchen. She's like, she makes like everything. And then I like, I mean, even though I pretty much eat like a pescatarian, but I like chitlins and stuff. The Bible says no catfish. Where does the Bible say no catfish? I'm that dude.
Because it doesn't have scales, that's why. But that's another story.
Old Testament? Because in the Bible it also says
it's Old Testament.
It's Old Testament, I'm that dude, because the Bible says that whatever he makes, like, it's not unclean. That's why I started eating chitlins.
The smell, I can't do it.
You what?
No, definitely. The smell, I can't do it. Cannot do it.
I like chitlins. I like menudo. I like all that stuff. I haven't had menudo in a long time.
Learn something new every day.
Mm-hmm. And that goes against everything that I eat. But when I had it, like the way my mom makes it, it's like, it's just good. But we like pork, we like pork. But I stay away from that stuff. I pretty much eat fish and vegetables, but I'll eat some. Like my son, sometimes he'll be like, "Oh, mom, I want some French fries," which is weird. And I'll be like, "Okay, I'll eat that with you." My son will be like, "Mom, I want some ice cream." I'm gonna eat it with my son, but inside I'm like, "How am I gonna?" There's not enough sit-ups in the world that's gonna take this off me.
Oh, I definitely have to go now. In fact, I have to do my exercises after I eat, but that's another story. Oh, TC, I gotta leave. This is horrible.
Oh, okay, no problem. Hey, anytime. I understand. Hey, how you doing, MU? What's going on?
Hey, everyone.
What's with you?
Let me into the chat. Hey, Cesara, all that good stuff. Listen. I wanted to mess with Unc for a second because the Eagles won today, and that was it. That's okay.
Oh, I forgot all about that. I was so into this funeral that I haven't even watched the game at all.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was everybody was watching. Well, we were watching both.
I don't
But
even think about that because my child's father doesn't watch. You know, he's not into sports like that. So I was like, oh, let me just watch the funeral because that's something we were all watching, and you know,
mhm, right.
got a lot of
Yeah.
hate for it, and I don't understand all that because I was
But
just seeing what was happening in the world. Like it wasn't like I was trying to like
mhm. Well, I mean, come on, you can watch what you want to watch. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean,
I
it's
thought it
no,
was
it's not a bad thing. It's just it is what everybody, all of us can do what we want to do, and I guess we just have to understand that there are always consequences that come with it. But other than that, you're not hurting nobody. You're not hurting anybody by watching what you want to watch on your television.
what kind of consequences?
It all depends on what it is. For every action, is an equal and opposite reaction. Always, everything. We already know that if we drink, I don't want to say drink too much coffee because everybody doesn't drink coffee. Well, if you drink tea, or if you drink a lot of water, if you drink tea, coffee, or whatever, what are the consequences? You're gonna go to the bathroom, and you might go to the bathroom a little bit more than what you used to, if depending on how much you drink. If you
Right.
drink in moderation, it's different. So that's what I mean. Everything has consequences. Everything.
Yeah. Do you?
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I guess I was watching it, and I was watching it on Fox News, and it was just kind of sad to hear people say that Charlie deserved what happened to him because of him speaking his mind, and I just thought that was heavy. But other than that, the service
Well,
was.
yeah. I mean, now that's going a little bit too far. I that's not correct. That's not correct. But one of the things that we do know is this. You know, we all come onto this earth and we signed the contract before we got here. Each and every one of us has a duty and an assignment. Um, Unfortunately, some people don't ever get an opportunity to even at least advance to trying to get in alignment with what their assignment was. And then some people are so much into it that it affects and it bothers other people.
Mm-hmm.
So oftentimes when you are in alignment with what you're supposed to be doing here on the face of this earth, uh, people don't understand it. People shun it. People don't we and of course we don't always agree with it, but that still doesn't mean that anybody should have anyone deserves to lose their life.
I agree.
You know, and you have some people who they just take things into their own hands. We have those people in this world, you know, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that but they too, for their actions, there's also an equal and opposite reaction for them as well.
Facts.
Just know that it always is. You know, as I look at people in these YouTube streets and how they behave, oh, just know it's common. And some people are some people are silently um going downhill quickly.
I agree. I agree. And you see them spiraling out of control.
Yes.
You brought something up, and oh, there's so much more I could say about that. But I totally agree with what you're saying.
Right. And here it is. Every now and then you come back out, you know, you get ghosts for a little while because you're in school, okay?
Yeah,
You have a family. You have children, you take care of your children, and the way that little puppy that you have, that little new thing that you got, that little thing right there is the boss, okay? So that is she, or is it a she?
This is she. Yeah.
Yeah, she is very, very bossy. She expects to have her time and her attention. So you have to deal with her now. Like, that's a whole nother thing that she got going on.
I
And so,
know. But
you know, But then when you come back, you look good. You're doing good. You're finishing up, some weeks that you've already done, with your schooling, and then you're progressing to the next level, inch by inch by inch by inch. Slow and steady wins the race. So keep on. And people don't like it when you come on here and you can say, hey, I've accomplished this much, or there's some things that I'm working on, or I had like a little setback, I have a cold, or whatever. But I'm pushing forward and I'm moving forward, because nobody wants to be around somebody who's a Debbie Downer all the time. That's crazy. Every single time. Do you have those kind of people that anytime you call and talk to them, or you're around them, all they can talk about is, something was going on, and so it's a bad thing. And then you got people, Donald Trump and and the Republican Party, and this is the end of the world. And I'm like thinking to myself, what are you? Get out of here. Like, don't even talk to me. And it's that with anything, how you let a person have your every morsel of power is unbeknownst to me. No man on the face of this earth has that power. I will get away from people and stay away, before I will allow somebody to take my power away.
Amen. Well said. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, yes. Now the Debbie Downers, that is so. Because I was thinking about this. Sometimes I'm like, I don't even want to answer my phone. So that's one of the reasons why I said, you know what, I don't need to. Y'all know that sobriety is always going to be at my heart. But what I need to do is make sure that I'm talking about that in my real life, and when I can make a difference. But I don't really come here and talk about it so much, because you guys can see what I'm doing. Like, I'm back in school. I'm raising my family. My daughter just walked by with a big smile on her face looking at mommy right now. Like, I have family. I have a full plate. And I feel like I'm doing it. Like, sometimes in this world, I don't care where you are, we lose track. We lose track for a lot of reasons.
Right.
But the fact that no matter where you are, if you can make your way back and do something positive, I'm going to celebrate you. I don't care what your thing is. That's a pretty big deal, and that's something that we can do in this country. You can't do that in a lot of other countries,
That is true. That is true. I totally agree.
I'm grateful. And in a lot of other countries, you can't go to school as an adult and choose a different career. And we have a lot to be grateful for. Now, TC, I have to admit, like, you and those resources came in handy, because I was like, man, this is getting pricey, trying to pay for my daughter's school, trying to pay for my school. Like, it's a lot. My son, I don't have to worry about my son so much, but it's like, it's just, it's a lot. And the fact that you always come on talking about, you got HBCU in your title. It's like, yeah.
And the thing about it is that I don't just deal with HBCUs, even though that's my specialty. Any and all of the information that I have, and I will also get information for TWIs as well, as long as I know which one it is, because everyone is different. You have those that are private, you have those that are Ivies, you have those that are private in terms of religious private, all that kind of stuff. So they're all different, and they all have different pots of money, which very well. I know that you got it,
I had to figure it out, because I was just paying for stuff out of college, out of like pocket, but I didn't know that I didn't know that I qualified for certain things. And even because I have like anxiety, so I was able to qualify for like, now don't troll me, for like certain student services, so where I can take the test like separate from other people.
Yes. Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah, because I get like I can't just sit there for the hour. And I have diagnosed disorders. Y'all know I have a dissociative disorder. Y'all know I got anxiety, stuff like that. So I was able to, I'm like, I'm very intelligent. I have no problems taking tests, but I do have anxiety. And they're like, that's okay if you have a room for you. So I go in this quiet little area and I take the test, and it's good. Don't feel better.
Absolutely. And that is an absolute fact.
And they give you more time. So if you need let's say the test is like an hour, you'll get 2 hours to take the test. So it's
absolutely. And you get, instead of maybe one break or 50 or two 15-minute breaks, you'll get maybe 30-minute breaks, and then and another bigger break, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I can take as
It'll-
many breaks as I need in the classes. Like I had to take statistics, and for me that is really stressful because I have to really focus on these darn statistics. So I can take the breaks that I need. I just can step out, come back in, or I can go and finish the class like in the little student service room. So I like
okay.
it.
There you go. Student services is your best friend at this particular point. And you tapped into it because you're one of those kind of people. I could tell you're you're a curiosity type of person. But your curiosity and your determination, married together, creates an opportunity for you to manifest. That's why I like talking to you, because at least you, and there's some that are in your chat, and there are others that are in other chats, that when I say for them to do something, they're Johnny on the spot. They do it, they research it, they do it on their own, in terms of making it fit their own particular set of circumstances. And then here you are, just doing your thing. Next
Oh,
time
I looked into it.
you're
I was
gonna,
like, what is TC talking about? Let me.
I might have you come with me on tour. Like I do a tour around the country. And that right there, what you're talking about is a gem. It's a precious jewel, because I've only had one other young man who applied and was qualified for those services that you are speaking on.
Uh-huh.
And I really, he's like 30 something now. But the bottom line is that, yes, he had somebody else. He took his notes, but then he had somebody else take notes with him. Like, somebody went to his classes with him.
Yeah, they provide a note taker because they offer me that.
Yes.
On the services, they offer that. They offer a ride to the. So I declined those services I didn't need. Okay, because when I look like
Girl.
able-bodied self getting a ride through the campuses, like
Yes.
side. But yeah, it's really helpful. But I didn't. So I don't use a note taker or anything like that because y'all know I'm really intelligent. But there's some people that need it. There's some people that can't write. There's some people that's dyslexic or they can't. They also let you record it.
Absolutely. There you go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the services were helpful. For me, it was mostly just anxiety because I can't just sit like I'm hyper. I have a lot of energy. I got to get up. So I was curious about the services, and it's like, no, yeah, it wasn't hard to get. But you got to do the work. You got to fill out the paperwork, and you got to, be able to say that this is what my disability is and stuff like that.
Exactly. Oh my God, I'm so proud of you. Oh, shoot. There you go.
See, they think I'd be throwing. Nope, I do it. And the campus, like I did the certification program because I wanted to, like, it was the fastest. I needed to do a trade. So that was 9 months.
Nice.
That was cool. I did that. It took me a little longer to do the certification thing because, you get the degree and then you got to get certified, whatever.
Right.
So that was cool. The campus though, like this is like really big for me because I had these goals before I got addicted to my addiction. I was studying psychology. I was a psych major and I stopped. So this is just, let me finish it. Like, this is a personal goal. I want my daughter and I, is funny because we're both in college, and I want my son to see, his mommy graduate. I want him to have 2 successful parents. And
absolutely.
Like, he's watching.
That absolutely. And what a wonderful gift to give to your son and your daughter. And that's what happened with me. I saw my mother and I were in school together. She was just going on to get the master's part, right? And then what happened, I was getting my bachelor's, but I was like, wow, my mom's smart. Like, she was getting
her master's. Sorry, my daughter was leaving. I'm making sure they had.
Yeah, that was back when when I first went into A&T, when I went to college. But it was just amazing. Like, when I saw my mom, it was so inspiring for me. It was the greatest thing in the world. So, and then when I graduated on her birthday. and just to give it back to her and to say, Mom, this is, and she has my degree at home, you know. So that's for her, for all of the support, and her being, and my father being the biggest cheerleaders ever. You know what I'm saying? The biggest
I
cheerleaders.
love it. I love it. You're
Are you planning on pledging? Can you pledge?
I haven't even looked at that right now, because right
You
now
can.
I'm doing so I'm finishing up my 2-year degree, and then from there I go to the university. So maybe when I go to the university I can look more into that.
Oh, girl.
Yeah. So
Yes.
here they have like a bridge program. I'm sure you've heard of that. So you do like your I've taken some of my 300 levels, but I'm finishing up my 200 ones because that's what I need. And then they'll automatically, like, I can transfer to like
Transfer.
Riverside,
Right.
or I can go to San Diego State. So you can go to a UC school, which is cool. I don't know if I want to pay all that, so I might just go to the state college, but they're both good for my goals.
Okay.
So I'm in right after, like, all I got to do is keep my GPA over 2.5, and I'll get accepted. So who knows?
That would be interesting to see you. You pledging at your age. Now you may not want to do that, but I could see you in a sisterhood. I really could.
Girl, because most college students are like, I'm going as an older student. Let me see. Let's look it up. Wait, what should I Google? What do I look up?
Well,
Is there
it all
an
depends
age
on the school. It all depends on the school.
I just want to see if you can do it in general. Let me see.
Right. It's best to call them and ask for the director of student activities.
No, there's no age limit. It goes typically most 18 or 19-year-olds will do it, but older students do it while pursuing. Most sororities will pledge older students who are pursuing a degree at a university. That's interesting. The only thing they require is that you are a full-time undergraduate student at a campus with an active chapter to join. That's interesting.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Okay, got it.
And there's older students that's online saying that I joined at 40. Y'all tripping.
See there? Look at there. Mm-hmm.
Not all groups do not have an age limit per se. You just have to do whatever you do to pledge. We don't have anything like sororities in the UK. Oh, that's interesting. Dang, she got me looking into this. Could y'all imagine?
Yeah, girl, you come up and you better be a part of the Divine Nine. I don't care what you do. You gotta be a part of our thing. Don't do that. Understand? Black people. I'm gonna have to get you if you do something else. Unless it's Phi Beta Kappa.
What's the rush event? It says in order to join a sorority.
Oh Lord.
What's that? Lit Van, what do you mean by that? Would getting to the root help with the clear-cut solution? I want to say yeah. It sounds like you're asking something about like if there's a problem, getting to the root of it. Would that help? I would say yeah. And the dues, the dues are no problem. 500 per semester sounds fair. Room and board. Can I stay in my own house? Y'all know I ain't trying to. If I have to live with people, I ain't going. My house is comfy. But it's interesting, y'all. You learn something new every day.
I know. I don't know. Zisara, Zisara, I think that I'm not really sure. I know that others can speak better about the Greek letter organizations, but there are different types of organizations like that in every country, in like England and Scotland and certain parts of like Africa, in Dubai. There are chapters all over the place. They are. You just have to, ask.
What sorority? I'm sorry. Go ahead. What sorority were you a part of?
I'm not in a sorority. I am an Eastern Star.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
We're the sisters to the Masons.
Wow.
Yes.
And that's like for life, right?
Huh?
He said, "How about Ireland?"
Hey, I'm not. I would not discount it. You definitely just have to ask. I know that there are chapters out there. I just, you gotta ask if yeah, you want. They have societies, and we have Freemasonry. Okay. But I don't know. The Greek lettered organizations are I would just have to ask some of the young ladies that I know that are in Greek letter organizations. I would have to ask them if they have chapters in other places. They would definitely know.
Right. How would you recommend going forward? Going forward in what, Ben? I think you need more. Going forward in what? Are you talking about in society? Are we talking about college? Or are we talking about politics? I'm not sure what you're talking about. But then I can give you a better recommendation. But wow, yeah, I'm excited though. Sometimes I feel overwhelmed. Like, did I put too much on myself? It doesn't leave much for a personal life. But I seem to be balancing it just fine. When I need to log off, I log off. I've been trying to be kind of consistent checking in with y'all because folks be wondering if I'm doing okay. Then they start spinning narratives about, oh, she fell off the wagon and stuff like that. Like, child, please. No, I'm doing fine. It's still a fight though. Like, as I've been approaching, another reason I haven't really been speaking about sobriety that much, because every year, every milestone, it's like a lot of things come at me. A lot of things. Like, I don't know if I've been learning a little bit about spiritual warfare and stuff, like, because it's every milestone I feel overwhelmed. I'm in all these beats, and so I was like, let me just keep my head down until I get there, and then I will maybe talk about it. I'll come live on my sober versary. Ireland has the most per capita Freemason lodges in a row. Oh, that's interesting. See? Did you see that? I didn't know that.
Has the most per capita Freemason lodges in the world. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know. I'm really trying to keep up.
They're different. There's the Prince Hall. So there's different, like, they're different lodges and they're different thing. This is they're a little different, but in all, Ireland, I would say Scotland though. I would definitely say Scotland.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's
yeah, because there's the York rites and then there's the Scottish rites. So
Didn't y'all have somebody? You don't have to answer this, but this is kind of just me just thinking out loud. But when there's somebody lying about being a Freemason up in y'all sector, but I'm not gonna talk about it. I just think that don't be having stolen honor now. I think that's a big deal to do. No, you're an Eastern Star. I thought there was somebody that's kind of like making that up about, oh, I'm doing this and doing that. But anybody that has like accomplishment, they went to school, their TC very vocal in her belief in her real life, not just online. I support you guys in any way that I can. Lit Van, you're waiting for an answer. How would I recommend going forward? I'm going to just say this since I'm not sure the context. Listening to each other. TC and I on different sides of the political fence, but we have very intellectual conversations. And a lot of times I'll agree with a lot of the things that she's saying.
And vice versa. I mean, that's the beauty of it all, is that once you have conversation with people and you dig a little deeper, you find out, as Maya Angelou would say, we are more alike, my friend, than we are unalike.
That's right.
And you'd be surprised that folks have some of the same thoughts and have some of the same concerns and have some of the same looking at the outlook on what's going on as you do, as we all do. So we all have different approaches to things, I believe, and oftentimes some people are a little bit more egregious, and some people are more maybe paper and pen type people, and so forth and so on. So everybody has a different approach. Yeah.
Everybody has a different approach. I just appreciate like the conversations, because Now, I'm one that believes that there needs to be blacks in a Republican Party and a Democratic Party. I'm not going to hold you. I do wish we were all Republican, but that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We need to fill all offices. I believe in less government involvement, but some other people believe in the programs and says that it's helpful. I think it needs to
Hmm.
be reformed. But I'm not going to disrespect you because that's how you feel, because you see things a different way. We all want our families to be taken care of, livable wages,
There
affordable.
you go.
Want to be able to
That's right.
survive groceries. Like I was telling somebody, I spent $96 on my dinner for beef stew, and I bought some eggs. Okay, $96, and I'm like,
Woo.
well,
Mm-mm.
I didn't mind it, but there's some people that wouldn't be able to eat, and you should be able to buy. I buy organic food. I buy natural food, but $96 for one meal and breakfast.
Yeah. Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah. You're right. Wow. That's good information, T. Yeah. I like that. Okay. Okay. And that's good to know the geographics. That's very powerful. Thank you for that. I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Wow. Awesome. Awesome.
Um, England still controls 6 countries in Ireland. It's called Northern Ireland. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of
Mm-hmm.
history with England,
I like
and I
that.
just wish I spent more time studying the country. I hope to go there someday.
I
Yeah.
know, right? I know.
See, we could
I've
to England. We could go. You got a passport?
absolutely. Are you? And as a matter of fact, I've always told Zara that I've always wanted to go to Scotland and Ireland and England. I want to that there's. I actually want to now that I'm a Viking at heart. You see,
Oh my
I
god.
believe I've been watching too many of the Game of Thrones or whatever these Dracarias, whatever. I've been watching too many of those movies, but because I really feel like I'm a Viking, so to speak, with a little bit of some other stuff going on. It's just amazing. It's funny, but um, yeah, to be able to Finland and Denmark and Iceland at a certain, I want to do them like July, lovely countries to be okay.
I
To
would
be
love
honest,
to.
I
I
want to
would,
do them like around in July, August, June, July, and August. You know what I'm saying? Even if
yeah,
we could do like a Norwegian cruise. La 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 la.
that would be fun. I don't know if I'm gonna be taking any cruises. You got people that want to stalk you on cruises, but
Oh yeah. Well,
well,
I'm
kept it like what I mean. Like it wasn't public. I would definitely do it. I like cruises. I like traveling, and I would
absolutely.
definitely love to go over there. Like
and
Sarah,
and I,
I
and
got
and
both Scottish and Irish grandmothers. Yeah, you're very
and I
yeah.
do mean not to be public. And it's not, but it's not inviting anybody. It's not inviting everybody. Trust me when I tell you. Actually, I just came back from visiting some people in the South, and there was some YouTubers that were there, and it was amazing. But
Nice.
before I left, there were some YouTubers that came and visited. Well, right across the street from where I work, that's where they were. And when I went across the street, I was like, "Wait a minute, that's so girl," and it's somebody from somebody from people, somebody right in here. You know what I mean? So it was very, very interesting. So yeah, I see. I'm one of those kind of people. I'm not interested in content and all the rest of this gobbledygook and shenanigan hooligan stuff. But I do like to network. And I'd like to, be able to network with people as it pertains to resources for each other, sharing ideas and opportunities possibly. You never know if your daughter ever comes to the East Coast, because your children, these children nowadays, they want to go.
Oh, my daughter
Okay.
travels. My daughter grew up traveling. That's something I'm proud about. My daughter and my son are well traveled. I would love to do a trip to. I would love to take them overseas. I don't know what their dad gonna think about it. He'll have to come with us maybe. But my kids are well traveled. My daughter's not afraid to fly. My son is not afraid to fly. We look forward to it.
Excellent.
I
And
wanted
but the thing is that he,
to this is
because you are you're a Republican. Now you have to understand you must come to Philadelphia. Why? Because Philadelphia was the first capital of the United States.
really, thank you for the fun fact. Come through T and TC. Um,
Absolutely. Philly
thank
first,
I didn't know that.
Philly first, then New York, and then DC. That's right.
Well, TC,
Yes.
when I start holding my political panels, you're gonna come and join us, right?
Okay.
I need someone from the left. Besides, we got Claude, and I love someone from Claude, but
Oh yeah.
I definitely would love another female's perspective.
Yeah.
And
That
I'm
would
kind
be
of
great.
so interested in what's going on right now, and I'm not even trying to give you guys like my opinions on it. I'd rather just play a clip. I'd rather just watch something that's going on. Like you have a lot.
Hmm.
It's not just politics, you guys. There's other stuff I'm into, like what's going on with Luigi. Was it Maglione, the one that unalived the CEO, the
Uh-huh.
healthcare
Yep.
issue?
Yep. 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 Yep.
That trial coming up. Um,
Okay.
you have of course Tony Tyra Robinson. I'm going to be on that. There's just things that's happening in this world, and all of that still ties into our politics. Now people are upset about healthcare. People are upset about not having procedures done right, and they have to go
Hmm.
through the hoots and the hollers. That it's just a lot, but they're calling these people heroes, and
And the other piece is MU with education, and you being in education, and I like the fact that you're in you're doing psychology, because one of the things that's been very interesting to me is this whole push on STEM, right?
yeah,
Science, technology, engineering, and math. However, guess what? They have these folks have digitized technologically given themselves an out as far as work is concerned. We have done so much as far as the digital, the technology, AI, and everything. Now you don't have jobs for people.
no,
But
no,
but the jobs are in the social sciences now. That's where the jobs are.
Hmm.
So yeah, the jobs the pendulum was swinging. Oh, STEM. Ooh, and that I understand. However, guess what? This whole the pendulum is swinging back to the social sciences, because you need people that's going to be able to put things in proper perspective. Everything is not a cookie cutter situation. Everybody's circumstances are not the same. And so we need people to do intakes. We're going to need people to do IEPs. We're going to need people that are going to do psychological evaluations, especially as we continue to go on. And you can't, you'll be able to, the rope or the digital or the technology comes in later, but the initial contact with a person to person, is going to have to be, it's going to happen within the social sciences. So I never gave up on the social sciences. I just knew that, the technology and the digital age and the AI was, was affording a lot of people a lot of money. And what I found out is that a lot of these folks don't have pensions or anything else. So I would say, get your certification in some of the technology, and know how to do some things like do a 501c3, know how to put together a trust, know how to do your own estate planning, know how to make sure that you understand what a will is as it pertains to your particular environment, your particular city, state,
yeah.
and whether or not you want to have everything in a will or everything under a trust, or you want to have a little diversity. You
Yeah,
see.
that's very. I'm actually thinking about my last days, because I want my kids to be taken care of. I don't want them to have to worry about what to do with my body. I don't want to worry about that. And these are tough conversations. I had to ask them, like, I tried asking them, like, what would you like to do? I want to make sure that we have the money set aside so you're not spending your own money. Like, let's think about my final days. My daughter, I don't want to talk about it. And I'm like, we have to talk about it. But she gets so dramatic. And my son was just like, well, what do you mean? You know, my son is so mad. But I think the way to go is a trust, because I don't want to have to deal with anything. I think the way to go is a trust.
Yeah, the state. I mean, we don't want to do probate. We want to have asset protection. There are new jobs being created too. It's a new world. That's right. AI will disrupt our lives for about 7 to 10 years, and then we will have a different kind of economy. Okay, I agree with that, Z. Yes, it's gonna definitely disrupt some things. I agree with that. Right. hmm Absolutely. That's why I say get your documentation together. Get your birth certificates, get some, social security cards, updated ones, new ones, fresh ones, birth certificate, all of those things. As you, like you said, you already have your passport. If you can't get your passport, at least
No,
have.
I need to get my passport. I have my real ID. I need to get my passport.
Oh,
Yo,
okay.
yeah.
Right. Okay. Get your real IDs, everything in decency and in order. Everything, put it in order, because watch, you'll need it. Trust me, you will. And a lot of people say, "Oh, that's the come on with that." Everything is the God. Listen, render unto Caesar. That's in the Bible. But
That's a good scripture.
that's Christians. Anybody who's a Christian, that's what you say you're Christian. It's in the book. Interestingly enough, he said, "Render unto Caesar." So, and I guess it's about putting everything in context with that particular verse. I know people say that's not what it means. It doesn't mean. No, I'm not saying become a bum. And I'm saying to. There's everything in context, the context, and the intent. So I want people to read it for themselves, but we
There, I
bring it
like
up.
that scripture too. TC kind of got me with that scripture, because I felt like that was brilliantly said. They were trying to catch him in something wrong when they were asking him about, what to do with certain things. I can't focus.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, render to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and what belongs. Like, it was just a really good scripture. Like, I use it when I think about it. I think about taxes. I think about paying what you owe. Right. That's
Absolutely. You know what? You're absolutely right. You know what? Let me say this. I can't tell you all of it, but
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Good show. Thank you, T. We're all renting space here on the face of this earth. Mother Earth. Mother Earth allows us, the Almighty has picked this earth for us to live here. And we owe our tithes to Mother Earth for being able to breathe the air, have the water, have the things that we need as human beings, or whatever people want to call themselves nowadays, to be able to live and to survive and maintain and sustain ourselves on this planet. So when they say render unto Caesar, we must pay it forward and give back, so that the next generations can have something to do things with, and that means you personally, you in California, you in the United States, you in the world. We all owe it to Mother Earth, and that's how I feel. That's why I always go around, I hug a tree, I say thank you. I'm a tree hugger, yes. And as a matter of fact, today I had to go, what do you call it, I had to go walk the goats. We have a goat project, and the goats are the best thing, as far as, if we don't use all the time, what do you call it, the lawnmowers for cemeteries. So
Okay.
we use goats.
Goats.
Right. I mean, it's hard to, I don't know if you ever done it before, but it's hard to, mow the lawn and especially in the part of the cemetery where there's, all the stones and, the tombstones and all that kind of stuff. So we have various projects, and it's the goat project, and it is so much fun. And I had to walk Ivy today. Ivy's a little goat. That's my little boot boot.
Cute. She's
She
edible, huh?
she's a beauty. You can Google Goat Project in Philadelphia,
Sorry.
and she's a little. That's my little baby. However, she's stubborn. She's stubborn. She didn't want to walk all the way across the street. We got midway, and we're in the middle of the street, and I'm like, come on, Ivy. And then she wouldn't move, so I had to actually pick her up because she's small. She's a little bitty boot boot,
And
But
how old is she?
her name is Ivy.
Huh. That
She's
is
new. She's new. That's why they gave her to me, because they thought that she wouldn't try to manipulate me, but she did. She manipulated me. She's smart. She's a smart one. And all of that. But yeah, they graze in various cemeteries here in Philadelphia, because Philadelphia is old. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have the up to date type of tombstones and things of that nature. So you have to keep it trimmed and groomed. So yeah, guess what? The goats.
Are you in Philly?
I am. Yes,
That's
I am.
that I'll be in. I don't know if I'm going. I think I'm going to DC. I'm going to DC. I think in May. Goats are amazing climbers. Also, I didn't know they could climb. Goodness
Oh
gracious.
my, what?
I didn't know that goats could climb.
Oh my God. They're the climbers in very narrow, very, very narrow situations. And that's how they kind of hide a little bit sometimes on the mountains, on the side of mountains. And you should see how they kind of like survive like that. They'll stay there all night in one area. Yes.
I didn't know that. I'm trying to Google right now. Like, what are these goats capable of?
Oh my stars. Yes, goats are amazing. Absolutely. And that's why I love my son. I'm a Capricorn, the goat. I will definitely, I have to watch out for my babies. I do not eat curry goat. As a matter of fact, anytime we're in various places, I say I'm not eating a goat. No.
You know, pescatarian. I'm like, wait, what is Euro made out of? That's not goat.
What's what?
Euros. Isn't that goat? No, that's lamb. Okay. Then I don't eat goat meat. But I eat the hell out of a lamb. Mm-hmm.
Oh well, yeah, yeah, lamb. Yes.
I like lamb. I want some right now, but I'm making stew.
Oh, some people eat curry goat. Curry stew. Oh, but I can't. I can't do that to my. No, man, can't do it.
I'm not gonna lie. I love curried goats.
Oh, you like curry goat? Oh my gosh, Zisara, no, you're not supposed to eat the goats. Well, no, I guess it only pertains to me since I'm the Capricorn. So I guess it's okay. It's okay if if you like the goats. But I guess yeah, that's okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I grew up around Jamaicans. Oh, is that their food? I don't know.
Oh yeah, definitely curry, the goat too. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's their thing. But listen, I'm gonna go. It is 9:30 p.m. on the Eastern, and I guess whenever, I don't know if you're on the East Coast, when you go to DC, number one, DC is also a very, very, very. You're gonna enjoy it because it's very political. You get a chance to see some things historic, possibly, hopefully, and also you get an opportunity to, if you can, go to the African American Museum. It is free. And the only thing you have to do, you know what? I never had goat, only the cheese. You know what? Goat milk, goat cheese is good for you though. Mhm.
I need to go. I'm wondering if I need to sign up to see I can't remember because it's been so long ago since I did those things, but to see the White House.
So you mean to get into the White House, or
Yeah.
you mean to get into the rotunda?
Because I want my kids to see. I want them to experience more than just the outside. It's got a strong flavor, sir. I don't know. Never had it. I don't think I ever had it. Yeah. I want to see. I want to do a walkthrough. Otherwise,
So there's some excellent people. You definitely have to sign up before.
you gotta sign up.
I would suggest this one thing to you. It will make it so much easier if you
What's
can
that?
get in contact with your congressperson and your senator. And if you let them know that you're going to be in that area in May, and you tell them that you want them to put you on the list, because you want to tour where the senators, you want to tour where the Congress, you want to tour where the floor of the Congress, the floor of the Senate, and the rotunda. They'll put you on the list if you can get in contact with your people in Cali, whoever your congressperson is.
Okay.
They'll
Okay.
do it for you as long as you tell them, that that's what you're doing. They'll go ahead and all that good stuff.
All right. I'll have to do that. Yeah. I already have the date, so I'm like, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna go out there with my baby, and
I love it. Oh my stars.
yeah, I have my trips planned already for next year, so I'm pretty good.
Wow. I took my mom. Well, I didn't. Okay, so my mom and her boyfriend went 10 years ago. And when I say I took them, they were like, we want to go to Washington D.C. because my mother, being an American, she said, I've never been to Washington D.C. Where she's come to Philly, of course, and so I've taken her to the Betsy Ross House, all of the Constitution Center where the Constitution was signed, the Liberty Bell, blah blah blah. But she's never been to Washington D.C., so I took them there, and it was amazing. It was definitely amazing.
Oh, I love it. I love
It
it.
was before COVID, though, that kind of thing.
Good for your mom. That's good for you. You guys are on it. I love it.
Mhm. Yeah. So yeah, it's So anyway, so you guys, I'm just happy that you're taking your babies at a young age. They need to see it. They need to embrace it. It is theirs. That's to empower them to this level. This is our stuff.
Hmm.
And also do me a favor, go get a $2 bill.
I have some. I have two in the room.
Okay. And
Are you talking about when I go out there get a $2 bill?
no. Just get a $2 bill and look at the $2 bill.
Okay. I have
And
right on my dresser.
yeah, and study the people on the back of the $2 bill.
Okay.
And we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about that later.
Okay. I'll make sure I do that tonight. I have some studying I gotta do. Yeah, I think my kids will like it. I took them to Pearl Harbor, and that was that was a lot.
Ooh,
It still smells
yeah.
awful. You could
Wow.
and we never know how long those vets are gonna be there, but it was just so surreal. So I would like to have another experience like that with my kids.
Absolutely. And then of course they could go to Howard University and they could go to George Mason and George Washington and Georgetown and that whole DMV area is amazing.
So
Seriously.
I need to drive out there. I need to drive. That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I said, the African American Museum is free. The Smithsonian is free. I love the Smithsonian. Okay.
I want to see the Smithsonian.
Yes, Smithsonian is
So
amazing.
is it heavy does it talk about, is it heavy in, like slavery? Like you really feel all that stuff when you go there, or what?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's very real.
Oh no, I guess I gotta prepare my kids for that.
No, you might be. They might need to prepare you.
Yeah, I'm a big baby.
Listen, these children are strong, okay?
Yeah.
And they're gonna probably be asking you questions afterwards, 1,001,000 questions. But I think that the emotional part of it, that's gonna be on you, not them.
Okay. Because I don't know if I go, if I can film it, you guys, y'all know I'll blog it. I'll bring my cameras and I'll be like, or I'll make a video or I'll have my GoPro. I mean, I'll bring
I
that.
think I think you have to ask them like in advance,
Yeah,
or
if it's like when I went to the Country Music Hall of Fame, like they were like, "Oh, you can't record." They said you can't record longer than I think it was like 15 seconds. Now y'all know I recorded the whole thing. They're gonna have to kick me out of that place. I recorded all of it, but they definitely had their limits on
mm-hmm.
how you could record. I'm like, it's Elvis. Like it was like.
I love it. So yeah. All right, Washington, D.C. Exposure to those kinds of experiences is so important. Absolutely. Right, because they get a chance to talk about something other than bubblegum.
And I think traveling with your kids is so important. If you can't travel out of the state or out of the country, go. There's a lot of things that you can do that doesn't really cost anything. That's right in your own city. Like a lot of history in every city in the United States. So there's times I just go. I mean, I'm in California. I can go somewhere different every day, for a long time, and there's just so much to see where I live, right?
Absolutely.
And it's like that where you guys live, especially Philly and all those places.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Like Philly, there's a lot there. I'll have to go back. Yeah, because I only spent a couple days there, but yeah.
So okay, good. Well, let me know because it's a lot going on.
Yeah, I'll see. I'll just, if I see you around, I'll try to. I can't put it in a back chat anymore. Like, hey,
right. No. And when the time is near,
I will.
That's fine.
Because I know I'm going to 2 trips in May, so I'll let you know when I know which is first and the date. Because I'm wondering how far are you from DC? Maybe I can stay an extra day or something.
Oh, I'm not far.
You're not far? Okay. I didn't think so. And plus, I would love to drive out there. Ooh, picture MU driving out there in the east.
Now that's a road trip like that. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that'd be fun. Well, I'm gonna fly there and rent a car when I get there.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, everyone, have a wonderful week and enjoy the rest of the Sunday that you all have. And Uncle Claude is the best. We love Uncle Claude. Uncle Claude. Yoo-hoo.
He's got to cook some MU kind of food.
I know that's right. Listen, And Zisara, good seeing you again, sis. Thank you so much for hanging in there with us and the tea gentleman and everything. That was good information about Ireland and Scotland and England and the whole. That's awesome.
I learned a lot. Good night, Sarah. I learned a lot. I learned a lot from you guys, and I appreciate it. NTC, I always appreciate you. Yeah, I do. Whether we are green or not, you're always gonna come. You're always gonna, you'll correct whatever you feel you need to correct, and I'm not mad at it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, listen, you got to get something to eat too, because I know you said a long time ago that you needed something to eat. So
yeah, I made some boiled eggs because I don't eat beef stew. I made that for the family, so I'm just gonna have some boiled eggs and some probably just boiled eggs tonight. Keep it light tonight.
Oh wow, okay.
I don't eat fish or anything to cook, so I'm just gonna eat the eggs. Maybe I'll go out, like maybe we'll see a movie or something tonight, and I'll eat at the movie theater.
Well, get your nutrition, and especially you're on your little break. You got a little reprieve, but when you go back, you're gonna have to get your almonds in and all your good brain food.
Right, and actually, so I'll eat. So I won't eat the chuck. because I made it with beef chuck. But I'll eat like the vegetables. I put like carrots and celery and all those things. So I don't eat that. I just won't eat
Oh, nice. Yes.
the Monument. Okay, Jerome, stop by Washington
Oh,
Monument.
yes. Washington Monument. Yeah. Yeah.
Where is that? Washington.
You know what? You know. Oh,
I need to eat.
yeah. We are. It's time. It's go get something to eat, MU. Okay. It's time for you to go. Okay.
For me to log off. Yeah, I need to log off.
Yes. We're gonna. It's been great. It's been real. It's been fun. You know it. And keep on doing your thing. Check into the things. Hey, there's DC Kool-Aid and Lisa. What's up, fam? All right. Yeah, check on those things as far as school is concerned. You know, well, you're already doing your thing with your your services. So
Oh, that was a big deal. That was a big deal. But I didn't think about it. I mean, when you were talking about these other services, I'm like, let me check out all these services. And
there you go.
you
Thank
led
you.
me on that path. So that's why I was like, thank you. That and then the like, I never knew anything about Pell Grants or anything like that. I was like, because I'm just used to I'm just used to just paying for things when I, just to get it done. But no, there's resources available.
Woo! I know that's right.
And I'm like, I never thought I could qualify for any scholarships or anything like that. So it's been really helpful.
Now, do you think your dog can be a service dog? Because if so, you could probably register the dog to go with you to class.
Yeah, she's a service dog, but she don't act right. So we're
I
able.
know. Yeah, she's a little. Yeah, she's a little bossy. Yeah.
She's bossy. So we made her a service dog. So what's interesting is family medicine doctors out here can't qualify. So he couldn't do the service dog for me, but we have a psychologist friend, has been a psychologist now, not even a psychiatrist. So she did it for us. And I was like, she'll make a great service dog, but she want to eat everybody up. So
She is listen, that last live, I don't know for the replay game, not this live today, but the last one, she was messing with you, fighting you.
she wouldn't act right. I'm telling her we got company, and she's just acting a fool.
Right. I'm telling you, and she wouldn't stop. She didn't care. She didn't care.
And she's already 6. I want to say she's like 5 or 6 months now, and she doesn't.
Amazing.
She doesn't calm down.
She's amazing. So anyway, you have to register to go to the White House. Yeah.
That's what she was saying.
Oh yeah, DC Kool-Aid and Lisa will definitely know. Yeah, you have to register. But I was telling them that you could go to your congressperson and also see if they will do it for you. You just have to let them know when. But with after COVID, so many different rules and regulations. DC Kool-Aid and Lisa definitely know better than me. So yeah.
Okay. No, so I'll do that because that's something I want to do. I want to go with my kids and just ensure that. So man, you guys, MU, it's about time I was in the White House. So I have to do it.
Definitely. All right. Well, listen, y'all. I'm outing. I'm getting ready to go to bed and get ready. I gotta get up early.
Stopping by.
All right. Take it easy. I'm gonna go down so that you can finish up. Take care, chat. See you, MU.
Peace. Shout out to TC. She's just a world of knowledge, and y'all know Quad, who's been over here supporting MU. Shout out to him. He has a birthday coming up. I try to remember y'all birthdays. I see Lady Nika came in the chat like, you missed my birthday. I have just been in my own little world, right? I see y'all birthdays. I see, things that's going on. And right now, I'm all over what's happening in the country. Shout out to Lady Nika, Uncle Claude, and TC. I love you guys very much. You have to try to set it up ASAP for next year. Oh, okay, then I'll get on that. Because this year is almost over. Can y'all believe we're about to get into 2026? Goat milk is the best, James. Let me tell you guys this. For those of you that started following me for my sobriety commentary, I was at 2 hours. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys have gotten me through some really tough times, right? You have I feel that that there's been a lot of growth. So when I'm talking about politics and I'm talking about other things, these are the things that I've always been interested in, but I got sidetracked. So I'm not trying to offend you guys when I'm playing the funeral or I'm playing things that's happening in the world. I'm just bringing awareness to what's happening. I didn't make the news. I'm just playing it, and I'm trying to be very conscious. I'm trying to be very aware, and I'm trying to be very considerate over other people's feelings. I am a conservative thinker. You should know that right off the bat. Just because some people have been unsubscribing for those reasons, as you have the right to do so. But I love you guys. I do. Fighting to hit 4 years sober, and every milestone is tough. Everyone is tough. I'm praying for the country. I'm praying for your families and my family as well. And I only want to sow good seed now, you guys. I only want to do good things. And I hope that you understand that. So for those of you that do follow me now still, I appreciate you guys. I do. And conservative thinkers are the best, Jays. You know what? As much as I thought I couldn't do bipartisan relationships and friendships, I've had great conversations with Claude. I've had amazing conversation with TC where I had to sit back and think about stuff. But I do like when you guys can understand where I'm coming from as well. And when it comes to the government in our lives, I'm just not for it, right? I'm just for the least amount of government influence in our lives. Right? We have the right to bear arms. We have the right to free speech. It doesn't mean it doesn't come without consequences, but there's a lot of reasons. I do believe in a wealthier economy. So yes, I'm for reparations. I believe in, I am for families and other things, but I'm not trying to beat politics down your head. I'm not. Jay Boogie, Fight 10, what's up? I'm not trying to beat you on the head with politics at all, right? But today was heavy. And regardless if you like Charlie Kirk or not, I'll say this before I get out of here. Mulatto, what's good? I still got to get on my TikTok today, so I'm going to hang in there, stay sober. I'm trying to stay sober. I got into working out. First to you, James. If you ever need to talk about it, I'm here. Shoot me a message under any video. I'll connect with you. But just hang in there, James. That's always going to be at the heart of my conversations, right? Whether I'm talking about it or not. Whether you like Charlie Kirk or not, his death has caused a lot of division. That's really why I was following it. Because I haven't, like a lot of you, we haven't really heard. I haven't followed him like that. I watched a few of his debates. And that's pretty much it. But now with the division and people getting fired and it's all over TikTok, it's over Instagram, it's just everywhere. And Turning Point of America is going to be even bigger. You saw what happened. Erica, I played it. Erica Kirk, his wife, is going to just get larger with the amount of support she has from the cabinet, from the president, she has a lot of powerful backing, right? You had that Viking player, I can't think of his name right now, who said he's going to take care of the kids' colleges and all of their wages. They're a wealthy family. I think they needed all that. But nevertheless, he's showing his support. They're going to have support. They have a strong following from the political right. And I'm going to leave that there. And you guys can do with it as you please. You see what happened with Jimmy Kimmel. And then the studio, they shot through the door, like whatever. They did catch the guy, and that's where we're going. I didn't even know who he was till all this happened, right, T? But he's gotten, how you doing, Mulatto? He's gotten big. You still dancing in you? I like to see the dancer commentary. Yeah, I didn't go this weekend like I was supposed to. I was feeling really drained, but I'll be back in the studio Tuesday, and I'll make that commentary for you guys. Yeah, I'll be back there. Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty big. They definitely push a right agenda. Some things, the only thing that I don't like, and I have to say this before I end, is the minimizing the Black experience in America, and I'm saying that as a conservative thinker. The saying that we don't go through the things that we go through. Those things are problematic. But with that being said, I'd rather be aware of it, so I can't speak about it. When he debated Black students at these colleges, I felt that those students were very unprepared for the argument and they were not able to present their ideas and they got choked up. I think there was one that did well, that debated Charlie. But as far as other things, I do agree with. But what I don't agree with is taking somebody's life like that, with no regard of his family, of the people around. And now this 22-year-old guy, Tyler Robinson, is getting tried with the death penalty, and that's such a waste of life, and it's tragic all the way around. His parents, Tyler's parents, were Republican, allegedly, according to what they're saying in the news. But I don't even know if I believe all the messages that they brought out with Tyler, so-called messaging his boyfriend, whatever. I don't know about all that. All I know is this guy is 22 years old and he's likely to spend the rest of his life in prison. It does not matter. All the people that's protesting for him, I do believe that he's going to get the death penalty. Now, I don't know because jurors are unpredictable, but I think that people are pretty outraged with that. And they made Charlie, if you don't like Charlie, well, his cause is even bigger now. And now he has a lot of attention on his organization, right? I'm white. My beliefs were considered pro-Black until 15 years ago. I'm now considered a white supremacist? Really? Huh. I hope to hear more about that when I go live again. I'd like to hear about that. How about the white tube that was going up his top when the video was slowed down? Okay, T, so I'm going to have to watch that. Was Candace talking about that? Because I saw a video, but I didn't watch all of her video, and it said, it was captioned, "Where's the blood?" So I have to watch that, because I don't know anything about that, team. I don't know. Anybody can come up and talk to me about it before I get out of here. I have to watch that. Now, some were saying that he's not really gone. He's gone. He's gone. But do you guys feel like it was a setup? Do you feel like Tyler's the fall guy? I'm not sure where y'all going with that one. So I don't know. But I'm going to be watching with you guys. I'm going to cover it with you guys. And again, just because I'm playing it, I haven't expressed my opinions on it. Not till after. When I'm playing something, I'm just going to watch it with you guys. I'll watch it, T. Irish channels were showing it. Oh, okay. You know, my feelings with Charlie have changed when I watched the unedited bit. When I watched the unedited clip of the, what happened, and that was just horrific. No child should have to see their parents go that way. Those Irish channels be on it, T. I'm not saying he's dead either. He's gone, T. He's gone. But there is an agenda behind it all. I'm not going to disbelieve that. I can go with that. And it's just brought so much more division. I really thought with the Trump administration that the country would be more united. But because of all the hate and all the fear, I feel it's more divided than ever. So that's pretty sad. And it's a scary time in the United States. I do wonder what other countries feel about us right now. I don't think things are really safe. You have people, fake nukes. Phil talks about it. Okay. I have to watch it. People are upset about what's happening at the border. Even though, he's not on YouTube. Oh, so I won't be able to find him. Is he on TikTok? People are afraid about a lot of things, you guys, and just have to be aware. I know they're upset with Border Patrol in Chicago. Now, isn't his next stop somewhere in Michigan? I'm not sure, but I don't know. That's what people voted for. So all the outrage now, I think that some people are openly saying that they're not for the deportations, but secretly they are because they voted that way. And that's another story for another day. So you guys, I will see you guys when I come back. Maybe I'll do a regular stream later, and if I don't come back today, maybe I'll come back tomorrow before my schedule gets too busy. But I do appreciate y'all for rocking out with me, and feel free to leave comments under my videos. I will try to get to them, and stay up hanging out. Your girl is still another day sober, you guys. That's my goal. I want that American dream too. I want that family. I want my kids to be healthy. And I do believe that anybody can change their life if they want to. And that's what I'm trying to do. So with that being said, take care of yourselves. And good night, Jerome. Thank you for hanging out. Sarah, I love seeing you. And everyone else that's in my chat too. It's too many of you guys when you think about James. Just got here, Jerome. Mulatto. I appreciate you guys. All right. I'm going to go eat some eggs right now. If I didn't mention you, you're in my heart. I'm just exhausted. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.